Greetings, everybody. Hello. All right. Topic tonight. Why does patriarchy dominate? Why does patriarchy dominate? Greetings, people. Greetings. We're talking about patriarchy tonight. We are talking about patriarchy. Greetings. Hello. Greetings. Join me on stage, guys. Don't be shy. Let's talk about patriarchy today. Why does patriarchy dominate the space, man? I want to be controversial tonight, so let's talk about patriarchy. Why does patriarchy have to dominate? You want to hear that? Yeah, but I'm saying, I just want to know, why does patriarchy dominate the space? Why do men control everything? What's happened to our mothers? Mothers gave birth to us. It's basically delusional and silly for a man to say that he's the head of his mother. When the mother gave birth to you for 9 months, how can you be the head of your mother? So yeah, this is basically the topic tonight, guys. Let's engage, let's talk. How is it possible for a man to be the head of his mother? Make him make sense. Why does patriarchy rule? What's happened to our mothers and our sisters and our aunties? Why do we push him to the back seat? Greetings, people. Join me on stage. Let's have a chat. Let's have a chat tonight. Yep. Join me on stage. Let's talk, guys. Greetings, my sister.
Good evening. How are you?
Good evening. I am absolutely fantastic.
Yeah. The topic. I was browsing, but I heard you speaking about it. I'm like, I'm going nowhere. I
Yeah, that's
wanted
basically.
to have this platform.
Yep.
uh,
I
yeah,
promised this
no.
yesterday, so I said let's go there because these are topics that we don't want to talk about. We don't talk to.
Yeah.
Yeah, go
Yeah.
on.
Now, the painful thing about this, the patriarchy, is that it's even happening in places that you should not expect it, and in church. So I'm a woman, and I'm a pastor, happen to be a pastor. But I promise you, there's things that I am not permitted to do, as if God will use me less because I am a woman. And as a result of that, I have made peace with staying at the back and just doing nothing and becoming
But
a girl that they will
that's
say,
not
"God."
right, though, my sister.
I know it's not right, but it's real. That's what's
It's real,
happening
but it's not
now.
right. How do we break it down? Because I'm a father, and I, as a man, I'm not ahead of my mother. My mother gave birth to me, so you can never tell me that I'm above my mother. It doesn't make no logical sense.
And I'll tell you what the problem is. It's because you are probably the only one that thinks like that at the present moment. If you're not a real minority, or people that feels like that won't even dare say a word, because it is still so it's so rife, the issue of that. I was a national figure in Contralesa, that is Congress of Traditional Leaders in South Africa.
Okay.
You do not understand. You had no space to have, and they will actually tell you there's a word they use in South Africa that says umfazi. That is a disrespect of a female, meaning that we shouldn't even be sitting with you here. And they do everything. You start questioning them. They do what they did to me. They made sure they pushed me out even before my time. Because of that, you cannot question things that are uncomfortable and speak about women as if we are contesting for a position. I think the other thing is that men need to understand that when we say we need our space at the table, we don't say we want to be men, but we're just saying we are able to do things that we can do,
Yeah, I agree. My sister, and this is the ancient way. It's called mahat. If you go into the Kemetic history, it's called Ma'at, which basically means an equilibrium between a man and a woman.
Yeah.
A woman brings herself to the table, a man brings himself to the table, and then we coexist and we do, work together to bring a balance.
Yeah.
This is
That is
basically
so
how nature.
true.
This is nature. I'm sorry to say, I know you said you're a pastor, but the Bible and the Quran is big a big problem
It's true.
because
I agree.
it tells you that God is a man. God is not a man. Nobody knows what God looks like,
Yeah.
and that's
Yeah.
basically a problem. And if you continue to follow that, it basically reduces you.
There is a lot of things that are questionable with what is, especially if we are going to make our love for God and we reduce it to religion. I'm that person that I'm still, I would not even judge when people are doing other things, but I'm just saying because I have
But
grown
my
up,
sister,
I'm
can I
living.
just stop you there? When it comes to judging, you have to judge people based on nature, natural law. You have
Yeah,
to.
but
That's
it also
basically why
depends
we're
what.
here. Because, excuse me,
Yeah,
when it comes to religion don't judge. But you are meant to judge because there's check and balance in this world. If we turn a blind eye and not see something and don't say nothing about it, we have a
you're
problem.
not allowed to do that in Christianity, my dear.
Yeah, and
You
that's
can,
basically where the problem is.
yeah. Yeah, you're not allowed to do that. You can't do that. You can't question things that are said there. And people that can stand up and want to speak against that, you'll be ridiculed because a number of people are okay with being liked and being safe than facing and dealing with the reality. And that, unfortunately, that's the majority of our people, not only in Christianity, in politics as well,
Yeah, no, but
all around.
don't forget, all those things are stemmed from the patriarchal creation of the religion. That's where it stems from. Because in African history,
Yeah,
it never used to be that way.
yeah,
It never did.
yeah. However we managed to get here, the thing is that it is more real than what we think it is.
Yeah, yeah, I agree.
I promise you,
Yeah,
it's
I
more
know.
real.
I used to be in a church, so I left the church, so I know exactly what you're talking about. And
Yeah, no, no.
I started to ask questions. And when I started asking questions, I just noticed that
Yeah,
there's no answers
yeah,
here, and basically they don't want to answer questions. And if you're in a situation where there's more questions than answers, you have to get out of it. And that's why I left,
yeah,
because it dawned on
yeah.
me that they keep saying I'm the head of a woman. I can never be ahead of my mother.
But
It's
you see,
logically
host.
impossible.
Exactly. But you see, host, let me tell you, look at the number of women, and let's talk of the ones that are empowered in leadership, and look at every structure where we are supposed to be having people taking a lead. You will still get a minority of people that are there, and it's not because women are not qualified or equipped, but they're not allowed to be in those roles. You'll find that they're placed there just to say, let us consider, but not because of their capabilities of what they're doing. And this is now outside church, even in politics. I mean,
Yeah,
I
but
sat in the PEC of a thing, but that's exactly what happens. You will always count women, and it's orderly for them and for everyone to look at it
yeah,
and say,
but
"This is
this
how
is a
it's happening."
system that needs to be it needs to be toned down. We cannot tolerate what's not right, my sister. We
Yeah,
can't.
the question is
How?
how, because
Start
that's what I
talking
want.
against it. Look for like-minded people. This is basically that's why we're here today. We're talking about
Okay.
things that are not popular, but you need to tear down the impunity. When you turn nature against itself, it causes chaos.
Yeah.
That's why we're in the world because of chaos.
Yeah.
All right. Greetings, my
Okay.
African siblings. Yeah, I have
Greetings,
been
my brother.
listening.
Greetings, G.
It is beautiful to be here again.
Greetings.
The truth is that until African men come to full realization to understand the reason why Westernization was successful with Christianity and the religious book Bible, it was successful because of how irresponsible African men treated their women. Yeah. The truth about the thing is that ability to explain things explicitly is very important. Yeah, understanding African women are intelligent. African women are emotionally beautiful, and they are emotionally solid. So when you are dealing with divine portals like that, as a man, it is very important for you to explain explicitly so they can understand and understand that what makes you a logical being. Yeah. So this is very, very important. And if we start addressing this, we will keep going deep and deep and deep and deep. Yeah. The truth about the matter is that the Europeans, they envied our women. They saw how women accommodated each other, how we worked together to grow and develop. It's not about who is the head. It's not about who is the leader. The concept of leader and head was a miseducation just to, get our
To
women and
create
our men.
hierarchy. It's to create hierarchy.
Very good, very good. So this is very, very important. Yeah. Like I said, ability to explain explicitly is so important. So until African men come to the full realization to treat their women better, elevate African women, understanding that these persons are special beings, they are important. Yeah, we need them. We were conquered. A whole lot of miseducation and manipulation was successful because our women were captured. You see, this is so important. Even as I'm speaking about this, I am feeling some kind of way because it is so painful. Yeah, it is so hurtful when you see your siblings, when you see your own, yeah, embracing that which belongs to the predators, all because of mistakes that happened. Yeah, it is so hurtful. The truth about the matter is that that's why we are here. We are here to
That's
debunk, deconstruct, and decolonize and promote Africa, including our women. Yeah, this is so important. Again, we must understand that irresponsible men who are not responsible, it is very important that African women should be very, very, yeah, to dictate men who are not responsible, so they don't fall victims of, yeah, what an irresponsible man will always bring and offer. Yeah, I'm trying to look for a way to put this, but the truth about the matter is that irresponsible African men ruined a lot. They contributed to a whole
we
lot.
destroyed everything, my brother. That's why the
Yeah,
world is messed up today because of our
so
testosterone.
so like if you look at the mango tree, if you look at the fruits, if you look at the land, yeah, these are feminine energies, yeah. A proof that women are so important. So we
Mate,
the
Chi,
concept,
Chi,
of,
Chi,
yeah,
sorry. Women, they're the portal that brought us into this world. They're the most important thing.
exactly, my brother, exactly, my brother. And we understood that, yeah. We understood that, yeah. Persons like us, yeah. And the reason why we accommodated women accommodated women was because we understand that for our defense mechanism to be effective and successful, we need more of the people. For we understand collective effort is so effective. I'm an Igbo boy, and we say Igwebike. Yeah, and when we say Igwebike, is understanding how powerful crowd and unity is. Yeah, so we procreated and reproduced in our large numbers, understanding in our large numbers we are solid and strong. But irresponsible men and westernization that envied the way we do things came with their miseducation and their manipulation. Yeah, captured the minds of our people, miseducated them. The gullible fell for it, and they had to fund the foolish ones. Yeah, they took their time to study human existence. Let me put it that way, because if Africans are made up of 100%, let's say 100% Africans, we have the 10% intentional intellectuals, and we have the 10% intellectual foolish ones. So they fund the foolish ones in order to get the 80% following foolishness. So this is it, yeah. But we are here, and we will put things in order. We appreciate and value our African women, and it is high time they start understanding this. And remember, these same Europeans that miseducated our women, yeah, and
And
said a
amen.
whole lot, they are the ones who are coming back for African men, understanding that responsible African men are solid. So please, my siblings, we are here. And this is not, we can never ever go back to the mistake our failed, irresponsible African brothers did. It is wrong. It is wrong. It is wrong.
Yeah, thanks,
So,
G.
Yeah. Can I come in, please? I
Yeah,
just
come in.
want,
Yeah, come in before I go to the
yeah.
next person.
I think what I would, I love the question that we are here and this is what we do. I want to share a very short experience of what is happening. The difficulties of how we're going to teach the current and the existing men that are still young who are supposed to be out of that mentality. So I'm busy with a project. I've got 4 people who are supposed to be doing the work for me, and all 4 of them took advantage of me because I'm a woman, starting from the make that has robbed me of doing things because I'm a woman. Coming to the people who are building, and all of them, the only reason why they're doing that, if they're not going to be making moves on you when they're supposed to be doing business. Where you are paying for the service, I had to be taking my car 4 times in less than a month for something, and this guy says it with a smile. If I fix your car thoroughly, I'm not going to be able to see you. But I didn't go there for that. And I don't have anyone to do it. But I'm saying the patterns of the young minds of people who are there, they have gotten into how things are done, where a woman is looked at not as a complete human being, even if you're bringing the money or you're even paying more. But we've got majority. I'm not talking about elderly. I'm talking about men in the system who are here right now, our brothers and that, who do that on a daily basis. Because the reality of it's very painful of what you have to go through.
But my sister,
because you are a woman. You have
do you know that they are behaving based on what they've seen? Their fathers, that's what they've done.
How do you undo it?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's
It's
what
so
we need to undo
true.
it, and that's why we need
It's
to
the
educate people
patterns.
to undo it.
Yeah. Well.
Yeah,
Okay. I'll listen in.
yeah. Undoku.
Greetings, brother. Give me a few minutes to listen and then I'll speak.
Okay. Life Coach B.
Yeah, greetings to all. Good evening. Hope everybody is doing great.
We're good. I've posed a question. Why do we look down on our mothers? Like I said yesterday, our mothers are the portal that brought us into this world. They carried in their wombs for 9 months. So how can a man in his right mind, I'm a man, tell me that he's above his mother? Who did that to us?
What should I say?
Yeah, start.
Actually,
Start. We need to decolonize our minds. We need to break that. We need to break it. Because right now, sorry, Mr. Sister, right now, we're basically, there's a balance in this world, and we're basically flipping the balance upside down. And that's basically why our world is messed up.
that's why it is funny to think that people look down on women. It's really funny. Though in our African culture, a man is head. A man is head of the family.
But it never used to be that way, my sister, man. There's a balance.
Yeah, no, actually, in our African
Some, not all, some.
culture,
Some.
some tribes,
Yeah, some, yeah.
not all. Yes, some. Like where I come from, the man is a head of the family. Where I come from, but it doesn't mean that we should look down on a woman because the woman has strengths. And in my culture, they do not look down on women in as much as the man is the head. A woman has her place in the home. The woman is the mother. But now, looking at our society today, we realize that women are not being regarded as anything. You see that people are looking down on women, maybe because of this Western culture, which says that 50-50 or so. It made people not to value women. They see women as trash, or as they see women as something they can use and dumb.
Yeah, but this is what I don't get, my sister. I'm a man. My mama gave birth to me.
Yes.
And then I am telling me that I'm above my mother. I'm still saying that it doesn't make sense.
Actually, this whole topic is a difficult topic to trash because
It's not difficult.
actually
It's when you logically think about it, it's not difficult. It's just that we don't want to
but
confront.
normally,
We don't want to
yeah,
confront it.
like I say, where we come from, a man is a head, but it doesn't mean that you should look down on a woman. You need to value a
Even the
woman.
man, my sister, I have a problem with a man being a head. Why could a man be a head? It's a yin and yang. You know, you
Let me
balance.
explain why in my culture why a
Yeah,
man
yeah.
should be
Tell
a
me.
head. Yes, in my culture, at first it warrants that women sit at home. A woman is like a god. You sit at home and take care of the family. Why the man goes out to look for food, goes out to do other activities that will bring food on the table. So that's why they call them head of the table, the head of the family. That's the only thing because they used to go out there, work, and make sure the family feeds and lives well. But now the woman is like a god. She is the one that protects the family back at home. So that's why I say it's something like both parties are important.
That's
They're
it. It's a
important.
balance. It's a
Yeah.
balance.
It's a balance. It is a balance. Yes, it
Yeah.
is a
It's not.
balance.
It's not. There's no head or tail. There's just a balance. A man has
It's a
his role.
balance.
A
Everybody,
woman
yes,
has his role. As long as you
yes,
both
yes,
play your parts right, then we get a balance there.
yes. But it doesn't mean that we should say a man is not the head. The African culture
No, no, I'm a
support
man.
that.
I'm not going to categorically tell you it doesn't make no sense. I'm sorry. It doesn't. I'm a man. I'm
My,
58
my
years old.
sister, my
And I can tell you
sister, I want
categorically it
to,
doesn't make no sense. I'm sorry.
I
No,
want
no,
to
no,
say
no.
something. Yeah.
The truth is, me
Life,
and my culture, like
life
I
coach, life
said,
coach. Yeah. Listen,
yes,
life coach.
yes.
Sorry to
Okay,
interrupt you. The
okay,
truth is that
okay.
in most cultures in Africa, as an Igbo man, yeah, I understand and understand where you're coming from, yeah. But the truth about the matter is that persons who brought this concept of head, yeah, it is wrong, all right, because in a family, understanding family is built on bond. Bond is balance. Bond is internal. So anything that will bring about division is wrong. And this concept of head got irresponsible men abusing that. Yeah? Because when you say head, it's like saying the women are the tail. And that doesn't make sense. Once there is head, there must be a tail. You understand? So the concept and the ideology of head is just wrong. Yeah. And even when we say leadership, what is leadership? Leadership is the ability to be logical. Leadership is the ability to think critically, to be very sure of your decision. They say a man is valued for his heavy experience and being knowledgeable in order to make right decisions. Yeah. This is not talking down on women. This is not putting women at tail. This is balance. This is balance. If we understand that women carry children in the belly for 9 months and bring forth life, understanding that for us to ensure a survival of a tribe, we need to reproduce. And how do we reproduce? We need the women. So the concept of head and tail is totally wrong. And I can tell you this ideology came from I will tell you westernization, because it wasn't like that. Africans was not like that. You see? So we understood balance. Women accommodated women, understanding it is a necessity in order to promote procreation, in order to promote reproduction, in order to promote the survival of our tribe, of Africans. Understanding in our numbers we are solid, in our numbers we are defensive, in our numbers we are communism lives. You see, so like I said, westernization ruined the whole lot, and irresponsible men, promoted to that.
And took
So
advantage.
it is really hurtful, yeah. But that's why we're here, like I said. So thank you.
Thanks, G. Undercool.
No, yes, yes. Let me come. I will still say, let's forget about the word head and tail. Let's forget about that word. A man is a man. It's not
Yeah.
as if
And
I'm
a
saying
woman
to
is a
give my
woman.
right to a man. Yeah, a woman is a woman. It's not as if
Yeah.
I'm saying I will give my right to a man. No, I know my rights. I'm a woman. I know what I can do.
Yeah, go on.
But I'll
Yeah.
always give that, let me say, that respect of
Yeah.
what to a man. I know a man from my tribe. That's why I say African, we have different backgrounds. We know where we are coming from. Where I grew up, I'm from the palace. A man is the head. Forget about the word. A man is a man.
What does
I
that
don't know
mean?
how to put it. I don't know how to
What
put it,
does
but it
that
doesn't
mean?
mean it doesn't mean a man should beat me. It doesn't mean a man should do
What does
this
it
or that.
mean, though? A man is a man. What does it mean?
What does that mean? Yeah.
Explain.
Good question.
That's in my culture. A man has his place and a woman has her
Yeah,
place.
break it down. Life
That's
coach,
what
break
it
it down.
means.
Explain to us. That's why we're here.
Okay, let me explain.
Mm.
Like, let me say, like for example, in our homes, let me say my mother would tell my younger brother, it would tell me cook. Then why your brother split wood? Not as if I cannot split wood. I can. I have the energy to do that. But there are certain aspects where when we were growing up in our tribe, that some things that men do. Like war, doing war, in times of war, they'll send men out. Women will
Yeah.
stay back home to prepare food.
Yeah.
Men go out to fight. That's
Yeah.
their place. It doesn't mean
Yeah.
they're bigger than women. But I'm
Yeah.
just saying that there are certain things they used to protect, men protect. So that is it. It doesn't also mean a woman cannot protect. I think in Africa, in some tribes, because as we say, in some tribes, the majority of the tribes even, men used to do men were considered the head. I don't know why the word is disturbing.
Yeah, it is. It is.
Let
It
me
is.
let me
It
just
is
come in
I don't know
disturbing.
why
quickly.
the word is
It is very,
disturbing. They
very
used to be
disturbing. It
considered
is.
as the head.
It is
Why is it disturbing?
because we've been
Instead,
conditioned. Because
it's a
because we've
Western
been
culture which
conditioned.
says that there is no head.
The,
Instead, it's a
the,
Western culture that
the
Yeah,
says
more
there is no
important
head.
question is, why are you not seeing the problem in using the word? That's the more
that's it. The
important
word is a
question.
problem.
Why are you not seeing the problem with using the word head?
No, there is no problem in that word, and nobody is convincing
All
me
right. So just
there is
mute for a
problem.
minute so that I submit, and then you can come in, please.
Okay, go on, Nico.
So I did a quick prompt from ChatGPT. But before
Yeah.
I even read the prompt, I'm going to explain. ChatGPT is a tool that collects from all the database we have, books that have been put online, people that have spoken, people that interact online. So it's not just technology. It is basically something that has spied on how we are interacting online, everything, books that have been uploaded, the writings from back when, and is giving us that information based on how we prompt it. And the difference between getting good information from ChatGPT and getting bogus information is your prompt, right?
Yeah.
So I prompted it, where does the belief that, and I put in quotes, the man is the head of the family come from?
Mm.
And ChatGPT says, that idea, the man is the head of the family. Remember, ChatGPT is Western,
Yeah.
right? So we cannot say it has African bias because it's been designed by Western entities. It comes back and says the idea the man is the head of the family does not come from African traditions. It is rooted in Abrahamic religious doctrine and
Yep.
was later reinforced by colonial systems. Here's a
Yep.
breakdown of its origins. Biblical Christian roots. The clearest source is the New Testament, especially Ephesians 5:23. For the husband is the head of the wife as Christ is the head of the church.
Mm.
This verse, along with others like 1 Corinthians 11:3, is the head of the woman is man, laid the foundation for Christian teaching that men are divinely appointed to lead the household. Therefore, you see in the Catholic Church, women are not allowed to be in the pulpit, they're not allowed to be priests and all that, to have leadership roles. Missionaries who colonized Africa used these verses to restructure African families, making the husband, father, the unquestioned authority and reducing women's tradition co-leadership. Now, if I am a colonizer and I come to an African community and I see how well they're operating with each other without hierarchy, I see how the women are honored, how the function is, like the function of the community is so smooth, and I want to destroy these people, what am I going to do? I'm going to destroy that functioning of the community. And therefore, when I see that the woman is upholding that community, I'm going to reduce her status. And I'll start putting out propaganda that ensures that happens. The second one is Islamic roots. In Islam, the concept is found in the Quran, Surah An-Nisa 4:34. That's like chapter, right? Men are the protectors and maintainers of women. They call it Kuwamun in Arab. Arabic, because Allah has given the one more strength, that is the man, than the other, and because they support them from their means. The thing we forget in this strength concept is that physical strength is not everything. Sometimes
Nope.
emotional and spiritual strength is just as important as physical strength.
Absolutely.
Because you could have a very foolish warrior who's so physically strong, but mentally and spiritually they're very weak, and they'll end up losing the war because of that. So we have been taught by Western and foreign cultures, right? Because they're multiple, not just Western, that strength is in physical. No, it's not just physical. It's also in your emotional and spiritual discipline. So
Yep.
the verse became the justification for men being positioned as leaders over women. There it is again, political, both in the family and society. In practice, it often placed men as religious and household authorities,
Is it my connection? I
marginalizing
can't
women's
hear nothing.
voices.
It's probably your connection. I can hear her.
Yeah, I also can hear on my side. Maybe it is your connection.
Maybe
Yeah,
I can text him
carry
and
on
tell
from
him
there.
to go out and come back in, yeah.
Okay.
And then colonial reinforcement is the third one. European colonizers built on these doctrines by enforcing patriarchal legal systems. So colonial courts only recognized the man as the head of the household. So only men were assigned judge positions for a long time. Just recently, we started having women as judges. Land titles, wages, and contracts were registered in men's names. Back in Europe, by the way, this is why we need to learn and understand our enemy. They were doing this back in their homes before they even smelt us. Like, women could not own land in Europe for years. And you were a property of your man. Like, there's so much history there as far as how they treated women that they brought that infection into our communities. This legal system criminalized many indigenous practices where women were independent landowners, traders, and political leaders. Remember, that's when they used to ban women as witches. Remember, that's European history before even we interact with each other. Then the contrast with African tradition. In many African societies before Islam and Christianity, leadership in the family was shared. The mother was central because lineage, inheritance, and community decisions often passed through her.
Yep.
Matrilineal system. The Akan, the Balanta, the Luya of Kenya, all those clans followed that, and many others. Even in patrilineal societies, which means leadership is handed down through their father, women had strong roles in decision making. For example, the Igbo. So when you Igbo person comes here and tells me this is your tradition, and you don't realize that it's your tradition now because of colonialism, I'm saying to you, go back and learn your history. That's the importance of learning who you are before colonialism, right? Women's assembly, queen mothers in Ashanti, Kandake queens in Kush. African thought saw the family as a circle. The circle is not complete. There's no outside, there's no higher. The circle is even. And it needs every part of it to function. It's not a hierarchy.
It's
Both
called
man
Ma'at.
and woman were vital with complementary responsibilities. So my sister, when you say to me, oh, the man is the head because he goes out, he protects the family, I'm like, that man is not going to survive if I don't cook. He's going to die. So you tell me how we're going to sit and determine which one is more important, me cooking and him being fed, or him going fighting. You know, you can't do that. Logically, you can't do that. So we all have to understand that we are dependent on each other for survival, and therefore there's no, this one is higher, that one is higher. No. I don't care what tradition, that's not African way of being, because Africans understood that balance was necessary. Just by living and observing and seeing and this is how we lived. When we behaved a certain way and we saw it brought destruction, we changed it. When we interacted with nature in a certain way and we saw it didn't help us, we changed it. Like, we were people who are always changing and growing. So when the sad thing is, hold on.
Let her
The sad
land, and
thing,
you can go
real
next.
quick,
Let her
yeah.
finish.
The sad thing is, we keep saying my culture, my tradition, not realizing that our culture, our tradition has been infected for hundreds of years by Western and Arabic culture. So let's not speak so certainly about what our culture is if we are not going to start identifying. When did Arabic culture come into my culture? When did names start changing? Why are me, what are they called, Hausa? Why is me, a Hausa person from Africa, having so much Arabic in our language? What happened?
1,500 years of it. That's a long
Exactly.
time.
Thank you. I learned.
Thank you. Okay, life coach, you want to go back?
Yeah, I wanted to. I just want to say, my sister is just from reading Chat GPT. The same thing. I can see type it as I can see type what I want to read, and I'll read it, and you see the other way. Talking about a man being the head of a family, it's the word head that is disturbing, but there is nothing. When I talk about our African culture, even before the white man, everybody had their functions. I
We had a
said,
role. We had a role. We had no hierarchy, my sister. We didn't have no hierarchy.
that's no, I'm not saying hierarchy. I said
Yeah, but when
everybody
you're
had
talking
their
about head,
function.
that's hierarchy.
Okay,
We're talking
everybody.
English language, yeah, and we're trying to
Don't
break it
understand
down.
the anatomy, that the head is on top of the neck and the shoulders, and that is hierarchy.
That's
Is
hierarchy.
like, sister, stop talking, start listening to yourself.
You're contradicting yourself.
I'm not contradicting myself.
Okay.
I am not. I'm not contradicting.
Because you're speaking English,
Everybody.
and
I'm saying.
we're breaking down what you're
Yes,
saying.
I'm saying everybody. They had their rule in the family.
Yes.
Nobody was above another.
Yes.
Yes, but now there were certain things that if people had to represent, the man will go and represent. It doesn't
Yeah,
mean
we
that
did. That's
a
what you're
man.
saying. The same thing. We had our roles.
We had our roles.
That's it. So it doesn't mean he's ahead of me. It doesn't mean he's below. It doesn't mean that. We just had our
Okay,
roles defined.
we had our roles defined. That's why
Yeah.
we had
So it doesn't mean he's above your mother. A man can never be above his mother. Man, you gave birth to me. How can I be above you?
no,
Life
no,
coach
no, no,
B,
no.
think about it.
No, I've thought of it the whole day. I've been on that yesterday before we separated. You said we should read on that. We should think about that. That was what you said. So the whole day I've been on that.
Okay, good.
The,
Mbewe,
I've been on that.
you want
So
to say
that's what
something?
So
that's
yeah,
what I'm
I'm
saying.
actually
From what she read, everybody had their role. A man played this role, and a woman likewise had her own thing she did. But I said in some cultures, when the man went out, the woman was like a god. She sat at home to pray, she intervened spiritually for the family.
Yes.
But at the end of the day,
Yes.
let me not say it because people will see strike back. At the end of the day, I'm still telling you people what you don't want to hear.
But my sister, I'm Nigerian.
You
You know,
can't tell me.
we're not far away, and I'm telling you, as an African man, that thing that I had, it just does not. It doesn't make. It's not logical.
See,
I'm
for
older
me,
than
when
you
I
as well.
see
I'm 58 years old, and
like
I
there
can
are times when
categorically
people
tell you, as a Nigerian man, it does not
like
make no sense.
like there are times that they're solving marital issues, right? You see that always hitting on women that a man is the head of the family. A man is the head of the family. When the husband talk, do not talk. When this
No,
talk,
that's a lot of bollocks.
let me say something. When that is happening, all what I think is it's not as if a head of a family should beat a woman, should do this, should do that. But I look at head from different aspects. I look at head from their functions. That's all. Maybe that's what
But
I want to
the
say.
function of a man and a woman is for you both to sit down and decide how you're going to run your family together in
That's
unity,
right. That's
in
in unity,
balance. It
with
doesn't mean
balance.
headship. It means partnership.
It's partnership.
That's it.
It's partnership. And the same way around, there is a head, there is a leader.
But that's what we're trying to say. The
That's why
hierarchy leading is a problem.
there should be a leader in any union. It could be a woman, but when it comes to talking about our African culture, some tribes it's the man. There is no way you are turning my. That's how it's supposed to be. That is it. That's my philosophy. It's
Okay,
my
that's your
philosophy.
philosophy. But
That's my
okay. Let's
philosophy.
move on to the next
But you
person.
can't change my philosophy. It's
Okay,
my
fair enough.
philosophy.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
yeah.
All right, next person.
Okay. Yeah, no, I think I wanted to just pose a question to my sister, the life coach, that so your problem is that you want a man to be called a head. And the reason why I'm asking the question is because that labeling or addressing a man as a head, that's where the problem of control comes from, instead of it sharing the responsibilities, because you have placed a position so you have a problem with that a man must be called a head. And I'm asking this also because that's where majority of other people, because we stand up and try to fight this as women. to say let's work, but we have our other women who are going to be against the very same thing that we are doing to protect each other. I'm just trying to find yours as to what is your problem with the word hate. What is it that will not happen if the word hate is not used?
Before you answer, sister, quickly, so that you just to add to your answer. The funny thing is, it's not even about the word head or not, right? Because I'm going to present something that will show you that. It's the thinking behind what head means that you have been indoctrinated with. That's what it is. So when you think about it, if the man is the head, okay, the man is the head. Is the body going to function without the head? Is the head going to function without the rest of the body? Can
No,
the head exist by itself?
no
No,
ways.
Exactly. Can the body exist without the head?
no. That's why
What
we said it's
functions? The head helps the body do certain functions, and the body helps the head do certain functions. So even in that, other than the physical positioning of where the head is, the head is not more important than the foot. The head is not more important than the finger, right? So, I mean, the thing that we don't see is that we have been indoctrinated into hierarchy, and we don't even realize that what we are saying is hierarchy. And the problem with hierarchy is it subjugates people in the community who are very important in the well-being of our community, and we end up not getting the best performance from them because we have told them that they cannot speak. So if I am in a partnership with my man, and my man says he's the head, so his word is final, and he's a man who keeps making bad decisions, he's not going to listen to me, and we're going to have to find out the hard way. This actually happened with Empress Taitu and Emperor Menelik when they were attacked by the Italians. And the good thing is Emperor Menelik used to listen to Empress Taitu, but on this occasion he didn't, because he's the emperor. And they had already taken on Christianity, and they were already working in hierarchy. And so the Italians come, and the person they sent, their ambassador, is telling them all this, and Empress Taitu is like, my dear husband, I don't trust this man. I don't trust this man. I don't believe what he's saying is true. The emperor is not listening. The emperor is like, let's give him a chance. Let's give him a chance. And she says to him, because they had a tradition where they used to, once they killed their enemies, they would put their testicles in a container so that the other people who come would see the testicles and know exactly what happens to people who cross them. So Empress Taitu said, okay, my husband, you're the head, right? Let's do what this Italian man is saying. So the Italian man had a contract, an agreement that he presented to them. The thing that happened is there was one written in Italian and there was one written in Amharic. But the way white people used to operate, which was the case in this situation, the one written in Italian or the one written in Amharic did not represent what was written in Italian. They told you it did, but it didn't. And so the Italians were trying to get control of Ethiopia. The one written in Italian said that, right? But the one written in Amharic didn't. And Empress Taitu, being a woman, because we're very spiritual, she sensed there was something wrong. And she said to her husband, if we find out, I'm going to let you take over now, but when we find out that what I'm saying is true, let me be the one to kill this man. And he said, okay. And sure enough, they found out that what she said is true. He apologized and they had to go to battle. So the man not listening to his woman because he thought was ahead put them at the risk of having to go to battle, put them at the risk of being colonized. So imagine the big risks of this nonsense of my man is the head of the family. Thank you.
Thank you, Kundiku. Life coach, back to you.
Yeah, my sister, it's not nonsense. It's just your brain telling you it's nonsense. And my sister first, the sister up with Musa, what I see up there, asks that, is it just my brain, or is it like I've been indoctrinated with the fact that the man is the head? Is it that is in my, like, no, it's not so. It's just that looking at our African society, the background,
But
the men.
life coach, I'm asking you one question here. I'm asking you one question. You gave birth to me. And I'm repeating this again. Does it make logical sense for you that gave birth to me for me to above you as a head?
No, logically,
okay.
no.
Thank you. Okay, carry on.
I have kids. I have a boy and I have a girl. When I look at them, they're equal. They
Yeah,
are equal.
yeah, that's it. If they're
But
equal,
I'm
then let's leave it as
talking,
that. Let's not talking about head or no tail.
yes, nobody's head. When I look at them, they're equal. As I'm raising them up, they're
That's
equal.
it.
I cannot
And
tell
then
the boy,
basically,
the
both
girl,
of them have
I cannot
roles to
tell
play.
the girl to submit under the boy. I can't. But
Yeah,
I'm saying, looking at where I am coming from, I'm
we know
coming
where you're
from
coming from. You're
somewhere.
Cameroonian. I'm Nigerian, and I'm an
And
elder,
even in
so I know
Cameroon,
exactly where you're coming from. And I'm
in
telling you that
Cameroon,
the certain things are not right because it's tradition or
no,
culture doesn't mean it's the right thing to do. Because that's basically where we've messed. Well, that's where's the imbalance in our society today.
no, what I'm saying it's not about Western culture in my culture or Western culture overtaking my culture. That's not where I'm coming from. But I'm saying the men, their functions, they had more public functions than women. So I am looking at the head, not as if you are more than a woman. I'm looking at a man with his responsibilities and
Ego Brown.
functions.
Sorry, like Ego Brown. The word leader has come from English. It's basically colonial. We Africans never had none of that. I'm just answering somebody here. We never had it. When you start digging, you can see where all this came from. We never had hierarchy in Africa at all. And you can come and I'll get you on to come and talk as well. Finish off, life coach.
No, yeah, I've concluded. I say
Okay,
I'm
thank
coming
you.
from functions. Yes, I say I'm coming from function, not from the word like looking at somebody is more than somebody, but I'm coming from their functions. Yes, that somebody if they have to say people should represent in my culture, they'll say a man should go and represent, but it doesn't mean he can get ideas from a woman, as my
Yeah,
sister was saying.
yeah,
That
and I
somebody
agree with you. And that's
has
basically what we're trying
somebody.
to say.
Yeah,
That's it. It's
it's
yin and yang.
partnership.
Yin
It's
and yang.
partnership, but my
Balance.
culture will always send a man out to go and do it in public, but it doesn't mean that the woman is useless. It
No, a
doesn't
woman,
say.
and that's what I'm saying. And I'm on the side of a woman here because I have a mother, and a woman as important and as equal as I
And
am.
I am a woman, and I know
Yeah,
what I'm
and
talking
as a
about.
man who was born of a woman, I'm saying my mother is as important as me. I'm not more than my mother, and my mother is not more than me.
That's right.
Yeah. Okay, thank you. Santos,
Okay.
Good evening, everyone. Ubuntu.
greetings.
Greetings, sir. How are you doing?
We're doing great. We're doing great. Let's get on with it. Because of time. Let's talk. Let's talk. Let's talk.
Okay, so I don't have much to say, but the question is, why? Maybe what we are calling as the head, we are not understanding the fact that the man is not the head, and in the role of a man and woman, physically, spiritually, the woman role is higher than the man's role. So, and if you talk about leader per se with the Western way of things, is it not that the leader should do more better? Why is it the other way around? And
That's
I
what
want to talk about
that
something since
that's
we
the
are talking
question we're
about
asking, Santos.
respect to women. Actually, did we know that it's the lack of respect to women that has doomed us this far?
I agree.
We don't respect women to an extent that, oh God, like I don't want to talk about it, like, because it's so deep.
Santos, we're here to talk. So get up, say what you're gonna say. Don't hold back, please. Otherwise, I'll drop you down, get the next person on.
We don't respect women to the extent that it's very difficult to find virgins in the society today, and we expect our society to be good. There's no way it's gonna be good as long as we keep living the way we're living.
Yeah.
The virginity of a woman is the spiritually purity of the society, and
Me.
if everything must happen spiritually before physical, what do
Yeah.
you expect in your physical life? So a man has never and will never be the head. A man is a physical support system so as to balance the woman energy.
Yes.
And how two different people, a man and a woman, chooses to play that role should be determined by the two of them
Yeah.
with no suppression.
Yeah.
That's what I have to say.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And I can tell anybody here, I've been married for 35 years. And when I used to play the role as the system told us to, I messed up. I
Oh,
messed up badly. But when I came back to the way nature is meant to be, with a balance between, and I started listening to my wife more. Guess what? There's balance in my relationship, and things are better. So you have to look at your life experiences as well to actually see how these things play in your lives.
Oh,
Okay.
I'm interested. Sorry, I'm sorry. I'm really interested to hear Ego. I think it's Ego Brown,
Yeah.
because there's something
Yeah.
that he wrote there that is really disturbing for me, and he emphasizes it. He's saying that there is there's an age where a son becomes an adult, and a mom is supposed to submit to the son. And I'm even worried with the word submit. What does it mean? I don't know if I am even willing to have a space, because I think it's got a
Yeah. I
lot.
think.
But
Okay. I'll probably
that's the
bring him up because I
mentality.
need to take somebody down.
Yeah, because I'm really interested to hear that. I'm disturbed, because that's the very same mentality that you're talking about. Even the anger of that a son will grow to a level where a mom must submit to him. It's yeah. So can we have him up? Maybe we can just hear.
No problem. Okay. I'll take somebody down. Before I do that, okay, Gana, you want to say something first?
Hi, greetings everyone.
Yeah. Greetings. Your contribution.
Hello.
Yes. So I would say if at some point recently I started thinking of, if we're really going to position everyone in a biological way based on the anatomy of man, the real order would be the woman and as the head. I mean, looking at it even from the shape of the ankh,
Yeah. That's it.
the
Thank
whole
you. Thank you.
circle
Okay. Now
there.
I was gonna get my. I've got an ank actually. Thank you. Go there.
It's
Thank you.
the womb in that space, and it looks like a figure of a human being.
Where is
But
it? I'll bring it. I'll show you on the camera now so people can see it. Carry on.
so why is it same as the man? And who is even more spiritually in tune is the woman. So I think it should be like a compass for the home, and being a compass for the home is you practically being like the leader of the home. So yes,
Guys, I'm showing you an ank. If you
yes,
look at the
yes,
ank,
the
yeah, you
ankh.
see that's a woman at the top. The child is in the middle, and then the man's down the bottom. And this is African spirituality. This represents African spirituality. If you haven't gone to this, please go and search the ank. It basically tells you everything you need to do before we got distorted. So I've put it on the screen. You can see me. That's the ank. This is basically what represents who we are. This is us. I leave it there. Okay.
Yes.
Have you finished, Ego?
Mm, me? Oh no, I'm not done.
Okay, carry on,
So,
carry on.
since women are like really spiritually in tune, why isn't leadership passed to them? But then I realized, like, if you take a look at the men of today, they're
Mm.
even more insecure. And like, I understand why they're pushing everything to them so they can feel more powerful. I mean, if I wasn't married today, if I didn't understand life better, I probably wouldn't be married. But you know, I understand it because two people have to work. We have to work together. But in this instance, like, women are the real pivoters of life. Everything gives lives. I like everything is like a
That
is
you are
like
the
a woman
incubators.
essentially.
Without you, there's no man. So I
Exactly.
agree with you.
Exactly. Like a woman is the one who gives forth life. The soil, the earth is feminine
It's
because she
feminine,
keeps
yeah.
pushing out life. So like, why is it demonized? Why are we demonized? And then you also get to see how a lot of other strategies have been played out, because it's not normal that women are so insecure with their bodies. It is not normal that we have all these health problems, like the rate at which women are having like certain fertility sickness, especially this year and last,
Mm.
has been on a higher rise, especially cancers. Like, how are we Africans actually even succumbing to cancer? Like, when did we get to this point? Like, I've been hearing so much about people dying of cancers around, and it has been giving me a lot of questions. But then again, I realized that the demonization of the women being is a long time coming, and this as part of these consequences of it. So it's really important that even as we're getting consciousness and like we're having all this awakening, we actually keep pushing women to remember themselves as the most powerful beings amongst the beings, amongst the beings, I mean, amongst
Absolutely.
others, because we are the ones who are to control and like give life to everything.
Yep.
Like even no matter how they want to even demonize women, we actually they still come back to us. You
Yes.
know, they still come back to us. Like even those who say, oh, they are gay, they still find a woman to give them the child that they want to. And so it's
Yes.
like you can't completely erase us. Like we are so important. Yes, you are so you're so ego filled to admit it, and like give them the spaces to shine, because women are supposed to be shining and taking up things more than men are doing right now. I mean, what's the condition of the world today? We are complaining of climate and every other thing. It is men's decisions. You wouldn't see a woman in that secret meeting rooms or those gatherings with them when they're making those decisions. They are the ones always putting greed in front. But then again, I mean, even the earth, mother nature, like we are literally living in a woman's body, and you literally still demonize a woman. Then later you go home and cherish your mom.
Okay, okay, again, this is basically where we have a problem in our world today, basically, and this is basically
Yeah.
why there's imbalances all over, and a lot of men, because we're so into this for so long, it makes it so difficult to think otherwise. And this is why we're talking about we need to decolonize our minds, guys. A lot of things that they gave us that we think it's useful and it's knowledge, it's not knowledge.
No,
It
do
just
you
takes
know the
it takes
funny
us away from nature.
The funny thing I observed, right? They don't actually play with the women, with their women in the West. Like you see the way they go about their divorce. Like women actually go about taking like a good amount of.
No, no, I live there. I live there. Women, they do the same thing. This thing came from here, so don't. We live here, so
But
don't.
they don't actually beat up. They don't actually beat. I
Who,
think they
who
beat.
tells you that?
No, like I mean
No,
maybe
but
it's
it
just.
happens. It happens. I live in this country. I know exactly. Unduku would say the same thing. So don't fantasize about how the white people are because they're the worst. Please.
Okay, okay. I'll take that since you're
Yeah. Because they
agree
have
with them,
particular
because
laws in
I
place
think
doesn't mean they do it.
for some to an
There's a lot
extent
of
people
abuse going on.
questioning it. Are they really doing what they are teaching everyone to do, or you know,
Yeah,
it could be
that's why
possible that
they're the
they
ones who
teach
gave
us
you
to
this
do.
patriarchy thing. They brought it
Where,
from them.
where do you think
Yes.
Stockholm syndrome comes from? The word Stockholm syndrome. Where do you think it comes from? Because it's related to women being beat. The word Stockholm syndrome. Where is Stockholm?
It's in Europe.
Sorry.
When we say a woman is beaten and they stay in a marriage and they don't leave their husband, we refer to Stockholm syndrome, right? When they're being abused and all that. Where is Stockholm?
Sorry.
What? Do you not hear me?
Sorry, I was trying to get in.
Oh, okay. But who
Yeah.
knows? Where is Stockholm?
Stockholm
Whether
is in Europe. It's in Europe.
It's
Exactly,
in
right?
Europe
It's in
now.
Europe.
It's in
And
Europe.
all of us in the world, have taken this term, Stockholm syndrome, to refer to women who are beaten. So if Stockholm is in Europe, and this term of women being beaten, Stockholm syndrome, is what we are using, where do we think then beating your wife started?
Somebody said in the chat that woman does not have life in them. The woman preserve life or keep life if given by the man.
Oh my goodness. Yeah.
Interesting.
All the best to you. May you
But
find
that's why
your maker
that person
soon.
is correct because it's equal. It's partnership. It's partnership.
That person
So
is not correct, because here's why the person is not correct.
if you have the
No,
egg
no,
and there is
hold
no
on. Let me
sperm, how do you bring forth a human being?
let
It's
me
50
explain. And by the
partnership.
way, since I still have the mic, I'm gonna ask you, please explain, if you're saying that you calling the man the head is not devaluing the woman, please explain exactly what it means. But before you do, the problem with what the brother is saying, woman does not have life in them. Woman does not have life in them. Just that sentence. Please tell me how it makes sense to you. Woman does not, I'm here breathing, living life. bringing life
This is
forth.
this is what we're dealing with. This is a condescension that we're dealing with.
Exactly. Woman does not have life in them. How is that even logically making sense? And you as a brain
How can you say your
woman,
mother has got no life in it? You know?
just the first sentence,
No,
already
no,
you
I
should
don't think
dismiss someone like
that's
that.
what he is struggling to say. I think he is
And
struggling
that's
to
your problem. That's your
I
problem. You
think
don't
he is
understand
struggling to
English
say
and you're not interpreting the right way.
a woman has the egg, but the man has to come with the sperm to make the life complete. I'm sure
And
that's what that
without the
brother.
egg, there's no life because the man's sperm is useless.
It's a balance.
It's a balance. A man has the sperm,
Exactly.
the woman has the egg, so it's a balance. So
Exactly.
what are you saying? That is
But guess
a woman
what?
can bring forth
Guess
a woman
what?
can bring forth a baby
Guess
without
what?
sperm, without
Once the
fertilization
sperm,
taking place.
no, guess what? Once the sperm and the egg come together, where does fertilization take place? Does it take place in the man?
No, it takes place in a woman.
My
Without
sister, but
fertilization,
the
there's no
sperm
life.
must come.
Without fertilization, there's no life.
But
Without
the
no,
sperm must come
no,
in.
just
The
listen,
sperm
sister,
must
because
come
you
in.
do need to listen. Honestly, you need to be taught today, and you need to listen to hear. You need to stop talking so that you can hear. If the fertilization is the source of life, yes, the sperm has been contributed, but there's no life without fertilization. Fertilization happens in the woman. And then not just fertilization, the carrying of that child to maturity so that you can have real life, so that the person can be realized in physical form, happens in the woman. Without that woman's body, there's no life.
So
So
what is special in
please,
what you said, my sister? What is so special about what you said? Everybody knows that, but the sperm
like
is
sometimes
vital.
there's a
We
teacher,
know
there's
the
a
body.
teacher, there's a teacher
Sister,
who
the body
used to,
has to carry. The
there's a
body has to
teacher,
carry. The
there's a
woman is like
teacher,
incubator.
right?
The woman is
Hold
like
on.
incubator.
Let her land, life coach. Let her land.
There's a teacher, and by the way, because we are going in circles with life coach, maybe she's the one who needs to be dropped for others to come up, because she's not saying anything different. Honestly, she's not saying anything different, so she needs to be dropped. She's not saying anything new. She's saying the same thing. We are going in circles with her. So
No,
I vote, and everyone
this
else
is a
can
great
vote.
topic.
The
Can I
person to
say
be dropped
something?
should be life coach. But
Eh,
hold on, before we drop her, what is so special about what you're saying? I was taught by this teacher, right? Dr. Greg Carr. He teaches in Howard. Sometimes you open your mouth and you expose your stupidity. That's what your question just did. Thank you.
Can I say something
Yeah,
in
go on.
addition to
Okay,
what?
again, go on.
So there is some
My sister,
discovery.
nobody is monopoly to knowledge. Nobody is monopoly to
Yeah,
knowledge. We
we're
all
here
have
to
our own
learn, so it's
philosophy.
okay. Just
We have
let's
our
keep
own
it.
philosophies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I was going to say something. There's been a discovery about how really the sperm is received by the egg. Anyway, it's been found out that the woman's body is so active and so alive that it chooses even within her. So if she even gets pregnant and maybe the body doesn't even want to go through the
She
process, it
rejects it.
can expel it.
Yes.
And you literally would not do anything about it. In fact, even the whole fact of like the sperm getting to the egg need to actually makes a selection on which particular cell should let into the egg, because it's not all of them that gets through the membrane to get to fertilize the egg and make a child. So you need to understand that she has life. She
People
is a
don't.
life carrier, a
Okay, again, people
strong
don't
life
realize how
carrier.
important women are, and this is basically the biggest problem facing us in the world today.
Because they have seen like childbirth to be so common, they literally, they make it seem like it's everybody that can do it. No, it's not everybody that can do it. In fact, there are people who their bodies don't even want anybody at all, and there's nothing you can do about it. There's nothing you can do about it, and you go on to say that the woman doesn't have life in her. That is wrong. Like that is really
Yeah,
wrong.
I knew this topic was gonna be. I know it was gonna be fiery. So, you know what? I need somebody who hasn't spoken.
Yes,
Fifth
can I?
away.
I've been
Okay.
quiet. I've been listening, and I love this, and I
Yeah.
love the debate. Good evening, everybody. Good evening.
Good
I
evening.
know
Good
time
evening,
is
Mrs. Zach. Tell us, what's your perspective? I'm having fun listening to this, man.
okay. Um, Life coach, I'm not going to disagree or agree with, but I believe that we have all been where life coach has been. Why? Because it's not even her fault of her views. I blame, as we've always seen, colonization and the Bible. The Bible always says his blood still works. He does this. he does that. He does this. When it speaks about women, it's the pain that women go through. It's they do not they will say a woman gives birth, but there was never. I don't think in the Bible there's a book that was written by a woman, or books. Let's say 50-50 books written by women, 50 books written by men, because we were shunned into believing that a woman needs to be quiet and woman needs to be hidden. So that's why I'm saying I don't blame life coach, because colonization, the Bible, Christianity, and everything we were taught growing up says that women need to be not heard, not even seen, because we cover up our bodies more than men do. Okay, fine. The other thing was, when the Bible says his blood still works, he still does this, he still does. Do we understand how powerful a woman's blood is? Africans, the world, colonization toned down the power of the blood of the woman of the blood that a woman has. We are told when we are in our periods, when we are in a time, we need to hide. It's a disgrace. It's all that. But they knew the power that our blood has. They knew the power that when you give birth, how much that power that has. They know how sacred, powerful that blood is. That's why we're taught to hide. That's why we're taught to not pray at that time, to not do things. Because if it is that time of the month and I pray, mountains will move, oceans will open up. I will be the Moses of my time. If I say, cease, depart, I will lead people. So we're taught that as women, we need to hide, we need to be embarrassed, we need to be weaker. One of the things is, okay, as a South African woman, one of the things where I see where men also lost it, and I'm not sure if that's where they saw that it actually was showing that men can be easily swayed or dethroned. During apartheid years, what the white man did was to create beer halls. So men are focused on beer and other things. And then the women were the ones that went to march because their men were in beer halls. So that's why I'm saying that white men has even used our men to weaken them. The woman still stood up and went to fight for equality. But men are easily swayed. I'm not sure if women are easily swayed. I haven't done studies in terms of that. But what I'm trying to say is that to show that we can't say that men can be the head, women can't be the head. Whereby South African women stood up when the men couldn't, and they fought.
Yes.
They fought. We've seen wars whereby women have then taken down the clothes that they were told to wear, and they wore pants and went to fight.
Nanaya Sansei in Ghana basically stood to protect the Asante stool. She's a woman.
Exactly. We're not taught enough. Also, education is also why I believe life coach and myself and everybody else believes that women
We
are
have been miseducated.
We are miseducated. We believe in the school system. If my child does not go to school, then I'm a bad parent, obviously, But how many people know about queens? South Africa, Queen Mojaji, the rain queen.
Yeah.
Women can bring rain. Who's wearing a Queen Mojaji t-shirt? But we'll wear king's t-shirts. Why are we not taught the power of a woman? As whatever country you are in, wherever it is, not even Africa, as wherever you are, women queens are powerful. They are powerful. I'm not gonna want to go into England and all of that, but we see that the queens are reigning, and they showing us that I can do this. But us as Africans, we say there's no way a woman will lead. There's no way. We are saying a man must lead us. And then I remember one of the things when they show women in power, when they show presidents of the world, then they show I think it was France's president, and she's on the beach and in a bikini, and they want to make her seem like this beauty queen. She's, why are we not gaining strength from that? Why are we not gaining why are we seeing that in a negative view when we see women? So that's, let me not ramble on because of time, but
Yeah.
I just wanted to put those few pointers there that women are powerful. Let
Yeah.
us come as women in our time during the month to show our power. Let us rise up about that. Do not hide. Teach a woman child what she can do from a young age.
Yeah.
Teach her and say, there's nothing wrong with you, Nana. There's nothing wrong with you. You are powerful. Manifest what you can during this time, and let's teach power in the correct way.
Thank you.
Teach that I have power.
Yeah.
Teach.
Thank you, Fifaway.
Thank
Thank you very
you.
much. Okay, Ego Brown, you're up. Let's hear your views.
Okay.
Okay, I greet
Greetings.
everyone. Can you guys hear me?
Yes,
The
we
issue
can
here
hear
is
you.
that.
Go on, speak.
Can you hear me
Yeah,
now?
we can hear you.
Okay, the issue here is not that undermining any role from both the male or the female. That's not what we're arguing here. Although for me, I don't see it as an issue as African, talking about who is better in his role or who is not better in his role. But biologically, the man should make biological decisions because he is in the position to play those roles most at times. But when you come to the spiritual aspect, I understand. Yeah, the woman
Biologically,
plays a
bro. I'm
very.
sorry. Before you go, Ego Brown, have you watched The Pride, The Lions? Have you watched The Pride?
Yeah, for the lions.
You know who controls the pride?
Yeah, I understand.
Yeah? It's not the male.
Control.
It's not the
Who
male.
controls the pride? Tell me.
It's not
Who
the male.
controls
It's
the
a
pride?
female
Are you talking
lion.
about? Are you talking? Are you talking about the hyenas or you're talking about the
I'm talking
lions?
about the lion itself. The woman, the female lion is the one that controls the pride. You can see the male lion flaunting and but behind the scene, the one that actually controls and pulls together is the woman.
Can you explain to me how you say why you mean the way
Because
because I've gone
basically
through
they're the ones that protect. They protect to make sure they protect everything to make sure everything's okay.
when a male lion comes into the den of a new den or a new territory, who comes out to defend the territory?
The woman that actually the female lion actually does. The female lion actually ends up as
If a
protein.
male, if a
Anyway,
male,
let's
if a
forget
male
about the
lion
pride. Anyway, let's
is
go to
single,
the topic because we're gonna get distracted.
okay.
Carry on with what you're saying.
What I'm saying is, spiritually, I know women plays major role because they easily connect spiritually. I understand that's their gift.
But my brother, I've asked the
I'm not
question and
saying
you
to
heard me. Before you go, I've asked the question.
What's the question?
And this is the question. What the question is, how your mother gave birth to you? Yeah? She gave birth to you. Even in as much as the egg and the sperm. I agree. But she gave birth to you. So the woman that incubated you for 9 months and brought you to life, how can you then tell me that you are above, like the patriarchal that religion tells us? Logically, think about it. I don't know what you believe in or what you've learned or what they've
I'm not
taught you,
saying.
but no, I'm saying what you've taught
I'm
you, I
not.
agree. But think about
I'm
it.
not saying. I'm not. No, I'm not saying above. When a child gets to maturity, when a child grows to
Ego, Pepe,
maturity,
What happened to Neff?
Ego,
wait, Kem,
What
can you
happened to
wait,
Neff?
please? Wait. When a child grows to when a child grows to maturity, the mothers follows the child's lead. That's normal. In order for the human race to survive, more dependence is given to the men. biologically, the man leads.
A man doesn't leave
Biologically.
nothing. All you gotta do is just go get some food. It
decision.
doesn't mean you leave. It doesn't mean you lead. You just go to get food for the family.
Who protests and guide?
Yeah. Both of them do. My wife guides spiritually. Maybe I have the brutes, but my wife guides me spiritually. I have the physical. Yeah, so that means there's a balance.
There's a balance, but the physical plays a major role. The physical plays a major role in this earth we're living in.
Yeah, and the spiritual. If you don't have it, then the physical is irrelevant because all you're doing is using your brutes, but the spiritual guidance is not there. So you're wasting your energy.
You guys are putting down the Western culture, the Western way of life.
We are, like because it's our biggest problem.
Okay, can I learn?
That is it. Using the Western culture
that's the biggest problem we're facing.
They are ruling the world.
Until we decolonize our minds from Western culture, my brother Ego Brand, we lost.
But they are ruling the world.
A woman
spiritually not inclined.
Yeah, but if they're ruling the world, but we're not ruling Ego Brand. Do you know how they rule the world? By force. They killed, deceit, lie.
Life. Yes.
And it doesn't mean it's right. It doesn't mean it's right. That's why the world is messed up. There's no balance.
This is the world. The world is not fair. Check other creations.
What other creations are we talking about?
For the lion, okay. Is it fair for the lion to overpower the leopard? It's not fair.
Yeah, but that's the animal kingdom. Doesn't mean that human beings have to be that way.
But it's a clear example of creation.
It's not creation. When you, my brother, when you look and wake up in the morning and you want to go and kill your own fellow human being and you think it's life, then we have a massive problem. Then we're acting like an animal.
It's about surviving. It's all about
survival doesn't have to be that way. Survival doesn't mean you keep your fellow human being down.
Sorry,
but do you understand this is the same mindset? Do you understand this is the same mindset that made the colonial master overthrow our fathers?
Yeah, but that's exactly what they did. That's what we're saying. That's basically why. That's why they dominate, because they you have to kill everything.
You can't win. This is the same mindset. This is the same mindset you are talking about: purity, fairness, and stuff.
My brother,
you cannot
win this war.
You will
by
not
being like your oppressor.
You won't win.
It's not about winning. I don't even want to win nothing. I just want to live. I just want to exist in my space.
Like this. This is the word you can't tell the strong. You can't tell the strong person to plead, or the leopard can't tell the lion, please, yes, just coexist. It's not possible.
We find our ways. We find our ways to exist, but it doesn't mean we have to be like them. That's not how we are as black people.
We don't need to be like that. We need to be stronger and smarter.
It's smarter, yeah, but it's stronger in our own way. The problem is we are lost ourselves. We don't even know who we are. We don't know Africans don't even know who they are to the world. We're trying to fit into every situation.
In observing nature,
who we are.
But
in observing nature,
like there's a quote that says, if you want peace, you must prepare for war.
In observing nature, brother Ego Bro, you cannot compare man and woman to lion and leopard. That's illogical. Like, explain why you're doing that. That doesn't even make sense.
Give me another example. Biologically,
Is there an echo? Explain why you're comparing to lion and leopard. Those two are not the same. Man and woman are human species that cannot exist without one, cannot exist without the other. If the leopard goes extinct, the lion will still exist. Like, it's not even logical to compare.
The example was not about male and female. When we talk about the leopard and the lion, that was not the example.
But you used it to show strength in man, and saying that we should just.
I use it to tell you about the biological importance.
But in your analogy, there's no evidence, because your biological analogy is not sound. Is what I'm saying. Your analogy is not sound, so you can't even use it for the argument.
So prove to me why it's not sound.
I think before we even get
the lion and the leopard are two different species. The man and the woman are one species.
Okay, if two community goes to war and one community has more male compared to another community that has more female, who do you think is going to win the war? A physical battle, a normal
Who's
physical
gonna feed
clash.
those men? Who's gonna feed those men? Who's gonna nurse them when they come back?
Kumbu, please can I
Who's
tell?
gonna
I
help them
just need.
create the next generation to go to war?
Okay, can I please tell?
You are going beyond the question. The
No, I
question
am
is
going
simple.
into
A
reality.
community that has more male and a community that has more female, who is going to dominate who?
Do you not know the power of
Okay,
women?
Ego Brown.
It's not about strength, it's not about brute. And this is basically, and I'm sorry to say, and I'm being honest here. This is basically where our mindset completely needs to decolonize. Pata, pata, pata. It needs to decolonize.
But I
Because
want
you're
to
in the
come
West
to
and you
I'm
see
not
what the West is doing,
undermining.
doesn't mean it's
I do
life.
not. I do not undermine the power of the women or the wisdom of the women. But biological to survive, men plays a major role
We're not
Ego Brown.
Ego
preserving
Brown. We didn't say
the
that tonight.
human race.
Men
No,
play roles just
no,
like
that is
women
not
do. That's what
true
we're
though.
saying.
No,
But
no,
it's
I'm gonna have to
equity.
come in.
It's
Yeah,
equity.
Ego
We're
Brown.
talking about, you know what the word equity means?
I
That's
understand,
what it
but
is.
in making decisions
You
for
make it
survival,
together.
the
Equity.
men
Equity, my
plays
brother.
more
Equity.
role.
No. That's what society made
No,
us believe,
they
but that's not
don't.
right.
They don't.
How are they playing a role? Ego Brown, I wanted to actually have this because I've asked
Mbewe,
for
yeah,
you to
thank you,
come
my
up
sister.
for a purpose.
If
Yeah,
if
I
there's
wanted
if
you to
there's a,
come up for.
if there's a
Okay,
disaster,
but you're gonna have
who
to
is
listen. You
more
can't speak
okay?
alone, Ego Brown.
If there's a big disaster,
Okay, come. Let's come back to reality.
I'm asking
Yeah,
you a
it's
If there's a
question.
fine.
major
I want
if
to
there's a
answer.
major disaster, Ego Brown, men and women make decisions together. You don't make it as a
I
man
want to
because
answer
you're a
him.
man. I'm a man. I'm 58 years old. If I make a decision in my house today, if my wife does not say yes, I cannot do it. I'm a
But
man. I'm
also,
58.
what?
I'm an elder. If my wife does not
Okay,
say
but what
yes
is
to
he
my
referring
decisions, life
to?
decisions, I can never say yes to it. I can't.
No,
She has
I
to
still
agree
want
with me.
Ego Brown to answer this host. I want him to answer this question that I want to pose to him. He said earlier when I asked for him to come up, he said when a man grows to a specific to a certain level, he is then going to come and the mother is going to submit to. He comes here and then he changes it. And I want to say that the mentality that he has, it comes with people who are not even constant in their thoughts and whatever they're saying. If you are to say a man is the one that's there to protect you, ask if a woman is pregnant, who protects that woman? Majority of women goes through pregnancy without a man, and they will carry a healthy baby that they will bring until a man is there. So it can't be coming as if in every a woman's life there is a man that is there to make sure that things are happening. That's not the way it's going. The problem that of making
In which society does a
here
pregnant
where I
woman
am, I'm in South
survive
Africa right now.
9 months without?
I'm in South Africa right now, and I'm telling you that 80% of the women you can go to the clinic, the men that even impregnated them are not even there, and they will carry that pregnancy without a man. They will make sure even without money that they will bring a child, your child, to life without a man being present. So don't make it as if there's not going to be as if
Can
there's a
I
lot.
ask you a
I
question?
support my
Yes.
Can I
sister.
ask you a question?
Hold on before
Can
you
I
ask the
ask,
question. I support my sister
okay?
because I was pregnant and my pregnancy's success was not because of my husband. In fact, he was negligent. I had to take care of myself.
Can I answer both of you?
Okay,
Okay.
go on.
Makes South Africa safe. The force that protects South Africa, your Air
Okay,
Force,
leave
your
South Africa. Let's talk
police,
about
your
men and women and
military.
equality. No, Ego
Why are you
Brown.
running
No,
from my
we are
answer?
misdirecting us.
Why are you running?
Let's stick to the
The
point.
person that
We are
makes
talking
you
about the.
safe in your
Stay on,
country
Ego
are
Brown, stay
men.
on point. Don't take your
Yes,
analogies
so
away from what you're
leave the
talking about.
country. We're talking about the reality, and we're
No,
talking
I'm
about the
on point.
equality
She
of
says
a
she's
man
from
and a woman.
She says she's from South
Yes, you asked
Africa,
where am I, and it's not only happening in South Africa. There in many places. For instance, let's not even leave being irresponsible of a man that is going to be irresponsible. Let's say if a man dies and I'm pregnant, how many children do those children die? Do those women have to go and find a man to do it as you have posed it? No, they don't. They are able to bring a healthy life and make sure that those children are existing. So my point with you is that stop making it as if you are superior when it comes to women, as if there is things that you cannot do. We can both exist, and actually we can even do more as women when we work together. You don't have to make it as if it's impossible for women to do
Okay,
things as
okay.
if we are incapable.
What I'm saying is, who made your society safe? Which of the sex made your society
Women,
so safe
women,
that you can live for 9 months without your partner being with you?
women. Yeah, I've got an answer
The
for you. To women.
Are you telling me you have more women in your force than male in your force?
What
We've
you on
got more
about?
women in numbers everywhere in
the
the world. For starters, we've had more
I'm
women
talking
than we've
about
got men.
protecting. I'm talking about protecting and keeping your society safe. I'm not talking about
It's
general
women,
population.
my dear. It's women. It
It's
was
mostly
women
women. It's because
that
sometimes
marched.
Ego Brown, men are irresponsible most of the
It's
time.
women.
They're in the beer parlors drinking.
Men are not what responsible.
Women are the most responsible
From
men
people
every
on
have
earth
indication, this is
domestic
a
because they're
debate.
mothers.
chores.
From every
Because they're
indication,
mothers. Because they're pathetic.
from every indication, this is a debate.
We are talking.
A debate.
The topic here is
There's something
protection.
he
Abi,
said.
protection. This is the key word, protection.
Women are bringing
The
protection.
people
I
who
can
made the
tell you that, my
society
dear.
so safe for women to be pregnant for
It's
9 months
women.
without
It's
issue
women.
It's
are
women.
male.
It's
It's
women,
women.
Ego.
No.
It's women, I
Okay,
promise
Ego
you.
Brown, I'm a man
okay.
and
Can
I'm
I
telling you
ask
it's a
Once
woman.
if
It's not men. Men are the ones that are creating wars all over
if
the
I
world.
come to
all the
break into your
crimes.
door now, if I come to break into your door, if I come to break into your door to steal from you, who do you wish to come save you, women or
At,
men?
Yeah, but that
at the present
but that's a
moment, I'm
role.
here
That's
with
a role you
only
play. It
my
doesn't mean
mom,
you're more
Ego Brown.
important. I'm
And
sorry.
if someone wants to break in, I'm gonna stand up. I'm talking about
You're
reality,
focusing
and
on
I
the
speak to
physical
you.
strength.
There's
You need to
only
look at the
women in this
spiritual.
It's
house.
not on.
The
You're
spiritual.
not being honest. You are
I'm being
not being
honest.
honest.
I'm staying with only my
You are
My
mom.
not
We're
being
only
brother,
two
honest.
my
females.
brother, these
If
women
someone
just
wants to
want to
break
hear
in here, we will
women
do.
today. And if you are against, they drop you. They have to drop you if you are against women today. Nobody is saying a woman isn't powerful. As my
Ego
sister was
Ego Brown is saying so.
as
Ego
my
Brown is
sister
saying
was
so.
saying,
Life coach. That's
There
my
is
exactly
sister
what
something
was
she's
he
saying,
saying.
said. Can I
Well,
can I
say
talk?
what I'm saying is
Life
You're
that
coach
focused.
has been
Ego
listening.
Brown is
Can
biological
I
focused
talk?
on
may
the
play
physical
major
strength.
roles.
Can I talk?
Yeah, go on,
Life
life
coach,
coach.
I'm hearing you. Okay, I was
Yes, I'm
talking.
focusing on the
As I
spiritual.
was
So I'm
struggling
telling
to
you the
No, you're not.
answer.
You're
importance
talking
of
on the
men.
physical, not the
Ego Brown,
spiritual.
let me talk. Ego Brown, please let me talk. I was struggling to interpret a question somebody said on the comment section that if without the sperm, nothing will happen. My sister got pissed off, and I was saying it's 50-50. I was interpreting the question to say if the egg without fertilization, without the sperm, nothing takes place. Life will not take place. But nobody is debunking the fact that a woman carries that pregnancy for 9 months. The woman is the incubator. Nobody is denying that fact. But we all have to know that it's 50-50. Ego Brown is coming from the same direction from where I am coming from. Like at first, the woman, they had their rule. Spiritually, the woman is, even now, a woman is very powerful spiritually. In those days, they were more than powerful, just because of this Western culture that has taken a lot from us. Likewise, the man. That's why I was struggling to say the man was the public figure. As he is saying, the man goes out, the man can protect. He was more of a public figure. The woman was a spiritual being. But it's a 50-50 something. Then saying that the man is the head is not as if a man has to dominate a woman. No, I cannot say a man should beat a woman, or a man should abuse a woman, or a man should a man should look down on a woman. But we are still coming from where we are coming from to say, from our generations, to say a man was the head just because of his
But I'm a
function.
life coach. I'm
Because
from
of
your
his
generation and I'm
function.
older than you.
That's why we say there are different cultures. I still
Yeah,
say the head,
different
I'm
cultures. We're
saying the head
Cameroonian.
not.
We're not far apart. We're not far
We are
apart,
not
my
far
sister.
apart. We are not far apart. There are still
Uh-huh.
cultures in a place where they say a woman is a head. If there are still cultures there that says a woman is a head. Looking at people from whom there is a village, a woman is the head and there are leaders in that village. Saying a head doesn't mean that a man should dominate. It's like the roles the man plays. Like if they say go and represent,
You
it's
know,
a man that
we
goes
are
to
speaking
represent.
English language, and
It's a man that goes to
in
represent.
your talking, okay, what you say is very important, and how you say it. English language, they're very specific on how they put the language. When they say head, it means head. So you have to be careful in how you term it. So
Okay, head for me now. Okay, let me bring the head. The head means represents. When you have to go and represent in public, the man goes. That's the head for me.
yeah,
But
so
the
you
head
want to tell
doesn't
me
mean
that a woman cannot go represent in the public?
a woman can go and represent. I'm
So
talking when
there's
it
no
Not,
comes to a
not, not.
household. I'm talking when it comes to a household.
Yeah,
When it
but
comes to that
if
village,
there's a house, I can tell my
the
wife to
village setting.
go represent the house. There's nothing wrong with that.
No, in my culture, maybe you
There's
say
something there's
woman.
something we should understand, that when it comes to survivor, the man has more experience compared to the
Says
woman.
who?
Who
Ego
says
Brown, I'm
Not
that?
58
there
years
all the
old.
time,
I'm
Ego Brown.
58
You're
years
not
old.
here.
What experience are you talking about?
You're not.
What's
And not
what's
every household has got a man. What are you talking about?
What are you
In the
talking
real
about?
life, we don't have men all over. What are you saying? Where are those men? So what are you saying with all those people that are
Yeah, a
existing
household
without
without
a
a
man
man, the
in
woman,
life?
the woman
And
should represent.
Can I ask a simple
life coach,
question now?
yeah, you will ask
If
Ego. I
okay,
just wanted to ask a life
let's
coach.
ask a simple
Hold on.
question.
Yes, you will ask. You
In
will ask. I just want to
survivor's
ask life
case
coach.
now, presently now,
Please let
survivor's
her ask the
case,
question.
You keep
Ego
surviving.
Brown,
You
who
keep
Yeah,
surviving
has
please.
survival.
more?
Can
You
you?
keep
I
surviving
just
on
hate them
survival.
because Ego Brown
Ego
will not
Brown,
allow
hold
me.
on. A question is coming up
Yes.
for me. Yes.
Yeah, thank you so much, life coach. I needed to ask you this question that you saying when it comes to a household, you cannot represent the family because a man is supposed to do that. So, but you are gonna be good enough when the man is passed on, isn't it? Because if you're not going planning to get married and you're supposed to, so you're only gonna be good enough when the man is passed on to do the very same thing that you are not able to
No,
do
no,
right
no,
now.
no,
Because
no,
what
no,
there I'm
no,
lost there.
Musa.
Yeah, I'm just asking, my dear.
Musa, no,
Let me know.
Musa, not like that. Not as
Okay,
if I will be,
okay,
I can only represent when the man is normal. Not like that. What I'm struggling to
okay.
say is that it's just that nobody wants to see it. You people think when we
I
say a
want
man is
to.
head, it means that
Yeah,
they
but
should,
stop
beat
using
a
it. Stop
woman.
using a term. Describe in a different way. Life coach, say in a different way. Don't use that term head. Let's find different ways to actually express what we're saying. Then it makes sense.
Can I ask a question? In any
I've
organization,
experienced two different
should there
ways, but
be
nobody
one
is
leader
getting
or
it.
two leaders?
It doesn't have to be no leader.
there's
Just work together. Husband and wife work together.
exactly.
There
In
doesn't have to be
marriage,
no
it's
lead.
Work
partnership, Ego
together, but there
Brown,
is
Sorry,
no
not
leadership.
leadership. In
Ego
marriage, it's
Brown.
partnership. It's called partnership
Is
in
basically
marriage.
leadership is European. Africa never lived that way. And that's the
Partnership.
miseducation
That's
and
what
the
we say.
colonization of our brains that we cannot
So
fathom to think any
Africa had
different.
no organigram. So Africa had no organigram.
Pardon?
We had no organigram, no order.
We had our systems where we had a community, where checks and balances
For
within
the
ourselves.
most
There was no
part,
hierarchy. We had our ways.
for the most
Okay,
for the most part,
why is it this argument about the two sexes is common
But
within us
that's why
as
we brought it up.
Africans?
We want to talk about it. That's why I brought it up
Yes.
deliberately.
Can I just say something about
for
Okay,
the
this?
for
most
me,
So
part
for
in
me,
it's not even
for
an
African
me,
argument. Somebody said it's an argument. It's not an argument, and
It's not, yeah.
let's not put a label on it to say it's an argument, because then we will lose the power.
It's not an argument.
This is a debate and it's learning. And I also want to say to panel, everybody host, guys, let's have these conversations. Let's have uncomfortable conversations. Let us
Absolutely.
have them. Let us be angry at a black man for what we lost. Let
Yes.
us be angry. Let us fight. Let me be saying that, no, man, I lost my power. I believe that person. But I did not believe the black man. I did not believe my wife. I did not believe my
come
husband,
again.
because everybody said husband must be head, wife must be neck. No, let us be angry at the systems so that we can power ourselves. Let us build a village based on our ideologies.
Amen.
Ideologies. Let us build a village based on what we want. Let us
Yes.
build villages based on my power as a woman is seen. My power as a man is seen. Nobody's going to divide us. Let us build our power on saying, oh, I was taught that I need to wear this, I need to do this. Oh my gosh, I need to wear high heels. And a man will say, I need to give you money, I need to give you this. And then we dissolve those to bring in our own power. We know that trees bring us life. We know herbs bring us life, but we're so fixed in the white man's ideology that let us eat KFC, let us eat McDonald's. That is high power. That is the ultimate riches. No, I'm sorry, but okra and whatever is grown from the soil, that is power. That is life. That is nutrition.
Absolutely. Thank you.
That is so we are taught so many things that make us fight
Yeah, we've been
amongst each
miseducated
other.
so much.
We are bots. Everything about a white man is break the black man. Yes, let us break. Fine, I agree with that. Break so much that you become a newborn baby.
I share.
Break so much that we feed each other to say, black men, Africa, arise. Black men, we can do this. We can, and it's not gonna be an tomorrow thing. We're not gonna wake up tomorrow and everything will be fine. But this is in my head. This is for the generations coming.
Yeah.
This is for the future leaders. This is for when they put a woman in power, that we do not say, woman in power, So what we are doing now is powerful. Yes, we'll fight. Okay, we're not even fighting,
Yeah,
but
we're just there. We're just having a conversation.
yeah, we're having a conversation and we're trying to understand why does that person think like that? Why is this one think like that? Why is this one saying that? Why is this one speaking English? Why are we speaking English? You know that one. We need to decipher and say, why can I only understand you when you speak in English? Nobody wants to touch that. But I'm just saying, Kore, okay, let us all gather our power in our own time. Go to your corner. Go to your corner. When we come together, when I give you my power, do not say it's not power. When I say the female lioness is powerful in the tribe, let me go study that. You understand? Let me go look. Why did he say that the female lioness is powerful? There's no way. But then we'll look into the animal kingdom and discover how females are powerful. You will cry. You will cry at how powerful the animal kingdom honors animals. But what I'm saying is, let us take these talks. Let us not let colonization demental them. Let us not even, after this talk, don't go to the white man and say, hey, this black man did this. Yo, black people, I will never, Nigerians, Africans, Ghanaians. No, keep it in you. Understand what the other person said, grow it in you. Agree, do not agree. But let's come back to the Africa Ubuntu. Let's come back to it. Let's come back to growing each other as Africans. Let's come back to learning. Even if I'm angry, there'll be years and years we'll be angry as Africans at each other. There'll be years. Sometimes I looked at the African map and looked, why does Africa have so many countries? Njani? Who separated so many countries? Why? Why are we divided? But we all know the rule: divide and conquer.
Yeah.
We all know that. So that's what's happening now. We are divided and they are conquering.
Yeah.
So let us not divide and let them conquer. Let us divide, come into unity and conquer them.
That's why we're here. Thank you.
Conquer them, and then my child, I'm not saying, guys, let's not follow rules. I'm not even sure what rules are.
I don't know.
Follow
What's the rules anyway?
I don't know. Follow rules, whatever guidelines, morals. I believe in morals more than rules and anything like that. But what I'm saying is, guys, if you do not understand something, if men especially, I'm going to say this to men because I'm not going to send it to women, because the topic was, why do sons believe they're above
Yeah.
their
Why is
mothers?
patriarchy? Yeah, that's the question. Yeah.
Yes. I'm not going to say, if your mother's a bad mother, respect her. I'm not saying that, but I'm saying, learn from her, learn what you don't want, get strength from her weakness. It's fine. Her womb is so powerful that even if she is a bad mother, you can conquer. You can conquer so much. You can still break generational curses from what she was, because you don't know when she gave birth to you what she went through. You don't know that when she gave birth, somebody told her you're not good enough. Somebody told her this. Somebody told her that. Her spirit said this. You don't know that. I'm not saying mothers are good, fathers are bad. I'm just saying, you as a person, learn each lesson from each
Other.
male, female.
Yes.
Go forth, build on
Yeah.
that. Build. Somebody will teach you, not even your mother, not even your father, a sister or whatever. But one thing I'm going to say, sorry if I'm controversial. The white man is not here to teach you. I believe that for so long.
No, they're not. People wait, but they're not. But this is basically our problem. We're stuck in the mind. We're being coconuts,
Yo,
and we need to get out of that.
yo, the white man has taught me how to speak English so
Yeah.
that I can tell him my brother's secrets. I can tell him what the earth holds.
I need to move you, sis, because time is going. So I'll let you
Okay.
round up.
Yeah, so I'm just going to say, do not give our secrets away. Guys, let's fight within ourselves. Let's grow within ourselves. Let's learn within ourselves. I will fall. As a black person, I will fall before you. Pick me up. Do not sell me to the white person. Do not give me a Bible scripture. Please do not give me a Bible
No.
scripture. Oh, please do not give me a Bible scripture. When I fall, give me the aloe vera tree, give me that tree, give me sunshine, give me water. Tell me how those will heal me.
Thank you.
But do not give me something that you were taught by a white person. Thank you, guys. I'm so sorry for being so long. I'm
That's
so
okay.
sorry.
Thank you for away. Thank you very
I'm
much.
so
I
sorry.
followed you. So
Bye.
come back again.
Okay,
My
bye.
sister, Mbewe.
Yeah, it was a life coach that was actually speaking, so I was advocating for her sis there. So you can come through life coach. Coach, I'll give that one to you.
Okay. Who wants to go next? Igor Brown.
Okay, no, I think I wanted.
I want to say this. This is it. Although to make this is a contribution to make this flow where I think we should be giving ourselves time, maybe 2 minutes, 3 minutes, and each 3 minutes you switch to the next person.
Okay.
Then in addition to what I want to say is this: there is nothing, I don't believe in cost. There is nothing like cost, like the other speaker says. We only grow. When your father buys 1 acre of land, if I grow up to buy 7, it doesn't mean I'm breaking any generational curse. It means we are expanding and growing. So I do not believe in generational curse. I only believe in growth. Then another thing for me, I do not believe the white man is our problem. I
You might not
believe
think
the
that,
white
my
man
brother,
is
but you take away
survivor.
the
Wait,
white
let me
man.
finish.
Okay.
Let me finish.
But
I
what I was gonna
believe this
say is,
life.
what I was gonna say before you carry on is just for a moment. I just think saying that take the white people away from our continent. What were we like? And then go.
Okay, we were living peaceful. We loved each other. We were living in harmony. Great. That's life. Life, I believe, is survival of the fittest. This is the reality we are refusing to accept.
But the survival of the fittest,
The
based
life
on whose ideology?
is not about ideology. It's about who wants to rule who. It doesn't mean
But
if
my
if
brother,
I'm a
this
man of
this is where
peace.
we're missing it. Ego, bro, this is where we're missing it. What you're talking about, is that how we lived before they came?
It doesn't matter.
It
Doesn't matter
matters.
how you
It
live.
matters when you know where you
They
come
don't
from.
see.
When you know where you come from, you know
Nobody
where you're
see.
going.
Nobody. Okay, that's why evolution matters.
The evolution, but whose evolution?
There was a time when eating raw meat was cool, but you need to evolve and cook your meat. Understand?
Yeah.
And there is also a time when being a man of peace is okay. But when men start to evolve, you start to build weapons and you start to
Bro,
learn
the thing is
about
like,
being
you know,
strategic.
I want Ego Brand, when you finish today, I'm gonna send a video to you. Go and watch what's his name? I can't remember now. Joshua Ponga. He just did a video. You follow Joshua Ponga, don't you? I'm gonna send you a video. Go and watch it. You know, we're talking about brute force, we're talking about forces. You know, this is basically where our problems are. That we have to kill each other to exist, and they have to have power more than other people. All these things, my brother, as you see today, who's suffering? Women and kids.
That's life.
It's not life. It doesn't have
This
to
is
be that
life.
way.
Okay,
If we accept that,
let's study.
if we accept that, my brother, then we finish as humanities. We're finished. That's not life.
Let's study other creation.
There's no other. We're human beings. Let's talk
creation
about
that
human
was
beings.
created
Don't
like
go
us.
to other creations. Humanity. As long as we keep
You
killing
believe
each
there's a
other,
creator.
if we keep doing this, then we're finished.
Do you believe there's a creator?
There's a creator, of course.
And if the creator creates other creatures to live the way they are living, why do you think it's going to spare us not to live that way, similar to that way?
Other
This is nature.
other creations are living.
See, this nature, something has to die for the other to exist.
Yeah, but that's nature.
A day is going to come.
But it doesn't mean
This
you
is
as human
life.
beings have to kill yourselves, though, so for you to survive.
Men has been killing themselves from the first day of creation. That's life. Men have been enslaving themselves. The strong has been ruling over the weak. We are the weak. We can't continue to preach to the strong, open the strong to repent,
Who told you? Why do you just say that we're weak as black people?
At this present situation, you need to accept.
I think we got my brother. See, you know, I do this as a social experiment.
When I say we are weak, it's not a finite definition of that. We are weak, totally weak. At presently now, we lack the resources, we lack the know-how, we lack the knowledge,
you know,
and we lack the power
to
exist.
I want to give you an assignment. You need to read a book called How Europe Underdeveloped Africa by Walter Rodney. Please read that book.
That's what I'm saying. This is what I'm saying.
Yeah, read that book.
Life.
Read that book. Read that book.
The strong will control you.
The strong controls because they're evil. They're evil, and we Africans, the black people, are not evil. These people are, you know the word Neanderthal. This is when people are evil.
This is the reason of fairness and being pure. That was one reason our forefathers were manipulated and defeated.
I understand that, but it doesn't mean we have to be like them.
So why do you think you are going? Why do you think your fairness and your accommodation?
But this is why we need to unite, my brother. If we black people unite and pull together, we will defeat them. The fact that we're so divided and we still believe that the white man is powerful than we are.
You can't unite
we have a
when
problem.
you don't have. If you unite,
you
really are you can't defeat the weak.
I'm sorry, my brother, man. I'm Ego Brand. With due respect, man. I can see where you are.
No. The host, I really
can I ask you a simple question?
No, you said 2 minutes.
Can I ask
2 minutes
a simple question?
No. Walk the talk. No, Ego Brown. No, you can't. Don't give the answers well. No. You have been talking alone for a long time. No.
Calm down now. Okay. What's your problem?
Yeah, then switch off your mic so I can speak. You've been talking. We've given you time. Okay. So for the sake of the topic that we are having right now, we are differing, which is okay. And I liked what Fifi said, that we're going to have a different take, and that is okay. But we can also entertain something that's not going to go anywhere. At the present moment, everything Ego Brown that he is saying is completely out of the topic, because he's talking of us saying we need the white man. That alone gives me all the rush, because we are sitting here because of that problem. What we are trying to get to, the question of the topic of today was, why so much patriarchy and how do we come out of it? The question should be, do we have patriarchy? And the answer is yes, and there's a lot of it. And how do we push or work towards getting it? Is to unlearning a number of things and teaching people like Ego Brown, who are going to come back to themselves and understand this is not about an ego of a person, of saying I'm a man and I'm supposed to rule and lead. We're talking about families and relationships that are supposed to be working here. And at the present moment, we have determined already, and I don't think any of us are arguing, including yourself, that women are powerful. And the question is, why then is there patriarchy? Because there's things that we have adopted from the colonialists, and those things have made us to be here. And we need to unlearn. And I agree with the host that when we get to that point, we will then unite as a people and be able to fight that which weakens us. Because everything else, that if you are going to say the Western culture and we need them and all those things, you're not leading us to progress. Because we have been there with all those people for all the years, and nothing has happened except for us and you now. We are arguing on the point that is not going anywhere. So all I'm saying is that we need to then
misquote me. I never said we need
Let her finish, please.
them.
Let her
Do
finish.
not misquote
Let her
me.
finish.
No. I don't want
Let
you
her
to
finish,
misquote
bro.
me.
Let her
I
finish.
never said
Ego
that.
Brown, I don't like that when a man does that to me. I don't like it. The beginning of your sentence interrupted the middle of mine. Can you wait for me, because you have been speaking? You will then answer, because I'm finishing. I'm saying that the topic today was talking on patriarch. You have taken us to the land. You have taken us to the animals and all those things, and we don't want that now. What we want now is that the patriarchy that is existing is toxic to our culture. Is toxic to everything that we are as a human being, and we need to deal with it. Does it exist? Yes, it does. Women are powerful and they can exist. Not that they can exist by themselves. It doesn't mean we don't want men. All we are saying is, don't take a position of making as if women cannot do anything without a man, because that's where the problem is. And women are able to do all these questions that you said about people coming to rob and me or whatever. We're not talking physical strength. We're talking the brains of people who want to have progress. I learned. Thank you.
Thank you, Mbewe. Thank you very much.
I have two questions to ask. Yeah. So to Ego Brown, I have to.
I'm running up.
Okay. If the white people are not our problem, that's what you said, right? White men are not our problem. I want to make sure I quote you right.
Ego Brown, can you answer?
Yes.
Yeah.
The white people are not our problem.
All right.
Okay.
If that's the case, do you think colonialism has had an effect on Africa and its progress?
That's life for you.
I'm sorry?
If you have a bad weather when you're farming.
No.
You
Don't do that. You're answering the question. No.
You need to answer it.
You're answering the question. Do you think colonialism has had an effect? Do you think colonialism has had an effect on Africa?
But that's not an excuse for us to cry over.
Shush. Who caused colonialism?
Don't tell me shush. Don't tell me shush.
I actually can.
Don't tell me that.
Okay, you know what? The way I said it was rude.
You can't tell me shush.
The way I said it was rude.
You can't tell me shush. That's rude.
Okay.
Look at me admitting the way I said it was rude. So I'm sorry about that. But please be quiet so that I can continue. Who caused colonialism?
You want to answer?
Is a clear advancement of people who wants to progress.
Who caused colonialism?
Just answer the question.
Came to Africa because there was.
Just answer the question directly, bro. Just answer straight direct. Answer the question.
Is this not the answer? What answer?
No,
I
want you to tell me the
answer.
Since you're the one who's not living in reality, I want you to give me the answer. Who caused colonialism?
Like the colonial master was the Western people.
No, answer the question directly, my brother.
To conquer.
This is when you drop people because you realize they're not here to
answer
have a conversation.
directly.
Who caused colonialism?
Colonialism. Okay, give me option since I'm not getting your point. Give me A,
And that is
the
when
Western
you
cause
prove that you're
colonialism.
not
B,
qualified to be in the
Africa cause.
conversation. You're serious right now. What you need examples.
Because you need an answer. You want me to tell you your answer, the answer you
Yeah,
want to
but
give.
answer from you directly. Just
You
say
have
it.
claimed that,
My
hold on,
understanding,
we are having a
my understanding
no,
to
no,
your
no,
question is
hold on, Ego. We are having a conversation and we are showing that white people have had an effect on us. You have claimed that they are not our problem. So I'm holding you to task. If they're not our problem, do you think colonialism has had an effect on African people? And if you say yes, who caused colonialism?
it was the strong dominating the weak, and the Western caused colonialism.
The white man, right?
White man
Okay. Do you think
stronger,
enslavement of African people has had an effect
stronger.
on us as far as progress and our
Of course,
self-love? Do you,
that
of course,
big,
who
big.
caused the enslavement of African people?
It was the people who needed
Who
weak men
caused
and weak people to grow.
it? Simple
I'm
question.
explaining it. I'm explaining it to
You
you.
are
I'm
asking
explaining it to you.
No,
you are
It
no.
asking
was.
small questions.
Nah.
Calm down now. Calm down. It was.
Colonialism
It
has
was the
caused more harm
strong.
than good.
Life coach,
He
I'm not
knows.
talking to you. Life coach, your mic
He
should be mute
knows.
right now. Your mic should be mute. I'm
Let's
asking a
let's be
question to
civil
Igor
here.
Brown.
Just that you are
Stick.
wasting time on him. He
No,
knows.
you're wasting time by
It
interrupting.
was the strong dominating the weak.
I don't care whether it was the strong dominating the weak. I'm asking you to identify who the strong were. Who enslaved African people?
The strong were the Europeans.
Yeah.
It
The
was
strong were the
white people.
Europeans.
It was white people. Whether they were strong or not doesn't matter. It was white people. So how can you, an African person who just answered the questions I just presented, open your mouth and say white people are not our problem? If you're going to be like
Who get strong?
genuine
Your
in a
problem. Your
conversation,
problem is that. Your problem is that. Your problem is that you are weak. That was why you were
Wow.
dominated.
Ego Brand.
who's you? Who's you
Wow.
in that
He's
Wow.
statement?
sounding
Wow.
like he's a
Wow.
different
Wow.
person, like
We
he's not
were
black.
weak.
All right.
Listen.
Let me just mute him for
Wow.
a minute, Oladele, because this is a teaching moment. For
Wow.
those of you who hear us talking about, mute him for a moment. For those of you who hear us talking about betrayers, coons, house Negroes,
Yeah.
Igor Brown is an example. Because
Absolutely.
he
I
has
agree.
been presented through his own answers, he has been presented with the evidence through his own answers, and he's denying it, and now he's blaming the black people. This is what we call a coon. A coon is a person who accommodates the false notion of white supremacy. That's what Igor Brown is doing. He's saying white people were superior to black people, and that's why we lost.
Wow.
Strong. I didn't say superior.
No,
Do
that's
you
what you're
understand
saying.
That's
English?
what do you think
I say
strong means?
strong.
What
What do
you
you
No.
think strong means?
What's
Ego
the
Brown.
difference? What is
In your
strong?
assertion,
Idiot.
that's what you're
I'm
saying. We're
sorry.
reading behind what you're saying. It's not what you're saying, it's how you're saying it. It's coming across that way.
Okay, what
You
your
have to
statement is
be,
how I'm saying it.
as we continue to
Yeah,
have
because
Sounding like
I'm
a
reading,
human now.
I'm
Oladele,
reading what you're saying. I'm listening, I'm reading what you're saying.
No.
Oladele,
I
as we
didn't
continue,
say
hold on, mute him
supreme.
because he's not
I
going to
didn't
mute
say
himself. Or
supreme.
please
I
mute
say
Ego.
strong.
Please mute yourself.
Yeah, sadly,
For
my
the sake
brother,
of
man.
continuing,
I'm
yeah.
not
Basically,
Please
you
mute.
showed me who the
Gosh.
kind of person you are, man.
Yeah.
So yeah,
So
I'm
for the
sorry.
sake of having these conversations be productive, when we realize that a person is not genuinely presenting their points, when we realize that a person has a way of thinking that's not productive, we have to tell them, okay, you need to be quiet. For these reasons, you need to be quiet. Because you yourself have said to me, first of all, you made the mistake of saying white people are not our problem. I asked you evidential questions. You presented, you showed that they are our problem. And then you denied. That person the mic has to be taken away from that person and others have to continue the conversation. Terms of agreement. So that we can progress. That person has to be realized as a completely mentally colonized person who cannot contribute to our progress. Thank you.
I agree. Who's
If we
next?
keep on dropping people, everybody that comes for you to talk to the person,
Yeah,
and
wait, Mama Sister. We, you know,
for you
You know,
to
it's
Life
funny,
educate
Coach
without
Brown.
the
Oladele.
drop,
You
for
know,
you
it's
to
funny that she
educate
keeps
without the
claiming
drop.
that. Life
Life
coach.
Coach Brown.
It's
Can
funny
I
you
say
keep
something to
claiming
you?
that, but you've been
Sorry,
here the
Induku.
whole
Sorry,
time.
Induku. Life Coach Brown, can I say something to you? I got to this stage in my life that I have got no time for people who are cons, who think white people are
Part of
whatever.
life. I
I'm
get
that.
it.
I'm there. So on the spaces, if you're talking and you're not there, I will drop you. I'm sorry. We haven't got time for that.
No, we need to educate. You don't just drop.
We're educating, but when you're interrupting and you're talking like a coconut, that we need to drop you. We seriously need to. We got no time for that. We are where we are because of all the mess that we've gone through.
I think he's a serious person, but it's the way he presents his point, as you've said. He's a serious person.
My sister, we've been messed up so bad. We've been bastard. We're in trauma. So we got no time for people who are still sick. I'm sorry.
Okay.
On this platform, if you can get up and just start thinking differently, we got no space. We got no time for you.
That's
this is why this is different. I mean, this is why we're different. We had to decolonize our minds.
Can I just say something to Life Coach because okay, can I just say something? You'll mute me after that. But Life Coach,
yes.
When it comes to ego or whatever, the difference is, okay, I'm still going to go back to the topic when it says that, why do we say that men are hierarchy than women? Head and neck, tail, whatever. You kept quiet. There was a time where there was an argument you pulled out, but he did not. Do you understand the chaos of that? And all I'm saying is, do you understand where we messed it up as society? Men, no, I'm not even going to say men. Let me say divine masculine, divine feminine. Divine feminine can calm down a situation, whether it's a man or a female. Divine masculine, even if I'm a female with divine masculine, I will shout, I'll scream, I'll make unnecessary noise. Guys, tap into your divine masculine, tap into your divine feminine. We all have that, but we just choose whichever side we choose. I'm not going to say somebody is right or wrong. I will hear whatever that person says. I will argue in my head. I won't attack. But some people will attack before they digest that in their head. So let us learn to dwell into divine masculine, divine feminine. This is not a gender. It's not a gender role, but that's my 2 words.
Yeah, thanks, FIFA. Because I need to round up now. We've been there for over 2 hours now.
Right? Can
Life coach. Sorry. Okay. Again, let life coach. Just final word for me, life coach, please.
Oh, what more? I've learned a lot today.
Yeah.
Yes. As I've learned a lot, I met new people today. I've been coming up for the past 3 days. I've been coming up, so today was another dimension.
It is. It always does.
But yeah, it is. Yes, it is. Going back with another idea of life, of the way I have to see things, but not necessarily saying there is nothing like the head, because I think if the shoulder carries the head, it means that the shoulder is powerful because it carries the load. So that is it. That's all what I have to say.
Thank you very much, my sister. In love. Santos.
Yes, I want to say a lot, but I have to summarize because of time. I love how every conversation is going. I love how Kumbukeni is really standing out as a woman. That's what we're talking about. Let no woman, let no man push them down. If they know they are strong in their opinion, they should stand up for it. I love that. Keep it up. And talking about all this topic, going to the animal kingdom, referring to nature, the problem is when we only use educational knowledge in terms of things we read in a book, we think we are intelligent, but the truth is we are just educated fools. When you really want to be intelligent, you need to go back and study nature.
Yeah.
That's where you will become very, very intelligent, because the essence of our existence is an evolution towards growth. So if the lion eats lion, human vibrational level is different from the lion. The reason why we are called human being, which is being, because we know how to be. So if you start to live like animals, how do you now know how to be? And even when you talk about the animals, they follow natural laws. They don't destroy. They eat only what they can consume at that moment. So when it comes to the white supremacy and everything, the white people vibration is very, very low, especially the Caucasians compared to the black people. So how do you expect somebody like that to educate or help the black man rise? Naturally, they are below you already in terms of vibrational frequency. They are up to 9 ether, and most of them are just 6. So the truth is, we Africans need to be Africans. And if there is anything about the Western civilization that is good, we adopt it and we fuse it in our own culture the
Amen.
way we want it to
I
be.
share.
And I'm always here because it's time for us to build a community. Like you said, there is no time for somebody who is yet to wake up. This place is not to help, it's not to wake you up. It's for those who are ready to actually do the work. So thank you very much.
Okay. Now you've been patient. Oh, unload. Hello.
Hello.
Yeah. Okay. I'm listening. Unload for us, please.
It has been a lot, and I don't know how I want to summarize all this, but I'm going to start from somewhere.
Okay. Go for it.
First off, in Africa, the mother, the woman figure holds more power. And I can say from like certain current practices, even in Ghana, like the mother is considered the head of the house if you're going to go with head. But like I said, I'm not going to head and body, exactly the ankh. That space is the womb space. It's the woman that bears that space at the top, not the man. And there's something Ego said, which, to be very honest, I'm kind of somehow feeling somehow because he seems to be from Delta State as well as me, and that is like literally scratching my head right now because our women are mostly seen as even more stronger than the men. But let's keep that for another day. He said something about the women, men being important, and how what's the word? They are needed for like everything, but like if you look at it in terms of raising a child, who is actually more involved in that child's growth is the mother, right? If you look at maybe the single mothers also, mothers are the ones who go all out. They go all out the most for their
Yes.
child. They
Yes.
go all out, like they do the most. You see women carrying loads of loans, credits in different places just to make sure their child is
It's
being
okay.
fed
Yeah.
and is okay. But you wouldn't see that with the other gender. And we're not talking about gender fights right now. I think I want to see how to summarize this whole thing. The woman is so important and powerful. And another thing he said was that that in terms of physically on here on earth, the man is stronger. No, there was a time where women were so spiritually powerful that before things happen in physicality, they actually speak it out to existence. So now that we have been so disconnected from our true power, no, so much happens before we even speak. Like we're barely even speaking things into existence. We're barely even connected to the spiritual. And you say women are not physically strong. Like we're literally the ones who have been speaking things into existence. We've been speaking life. So like it's so funny that we see what's going on right now and we think that that is how it has always been. No, women have actually been the forces of creation, of life, of every other day for every other thing to happen, and men are just literally like, let's say, shielding or being around to make sure that things are happening, but practically she is the one propelling things to happen. They don't okay, but they are basically like she's to make sure, or like the membrane of
Wow.
an egg. They are like this membrane to make sure nothing disturbs this woman that is speaking things into life. That is basically what I see them do, because practically in the whole process of pregnancy, she is the one going through it the
Yep.
most. Like you can do all the emotional support, but if her body crashes, there's nothing your emotional support or physical support will do.
I
to that
agree.
body. So like I don't know what he's speaking about, but and there's another thing he said in the comment section, that playing the victim. Do you know how much targeted destruction is going after Africans still today? Like, we are literally still under attack till today. Even just because it doesn't look like it used to be before, doesn't mean it's not still going on right now. In fact, do you know these packets of noodles? This packets of noodles, like, is I literally been seeing of recent, like, it's clearly written there in one tiny part that people don't look at. It says cancer, reproductive and something harm. And I'm like, these are literally written in plain sight, and people are not seeing it, and they're being pushed for us to consume it. And then you say they are not our problem. Yeah, he has been deviating anyway. So it's just crazy to see that, there are people still talking like this. And like I said, I actually do support the idea. When you see people like this, drop them. Just move away from, it's not victim mindset. Mr. Ego Brown, it's not victim mindset. It is still going on. Don't worry. Maybe when you come to realize that,
It's okay. It's okay. It's not going to come back. I used to follow Wizard Talk, but from today, I can actually see exactly the kind of person he is, man. And these are the problem. These are people that we don't need in our community, man. These are the coconuts that we don't need. So, I'm sorry.
it's how people like him exist, and yet we are still seeing
This
things.
is why Africa. Sorry, Ego. Okay, again, this is basically why Africa is messed up today, because people like this will tolerate and think white people are right because they're doing what they're doing. This is basically the same people.
Exactly. Exactly.
They don't force it on you. So why did they bring guns to our continent? My brother, you're so dopey. I'm sorry. Let's finish this off, man.
We're supposed to stop it, not cry. I mean, like, come on.
Yeah. Anyway, this is why we do this. You know what? This is why we do this, so we can actually see how we are thinking mentally. For me, guys, this is a social experiment. I'm actually looking at other people's behaviors and how they come across and what they're talking and how they're saying it. And glaringly today, we can actually see where we are as Africans. We're so split.
Igbo Brown, you have a long way to go.
It's all good. Anyway, guys, it's been a pleasure.
Igor Brown, he was being defensive. It's not. I'll say that guy is not bad. He spoke well. It's just that he was being defensive.
His behavior is bad and dangerous.
Very,
His behavior is bad and dangerous.
As if she's a judge.
And so is yours, which is why you're accommodating him.
All right, guys.
And
his behavior is not enough.
Yeah.
Quickly.
I don't take things too important. I'm a free spirit person.
Okay.
So it's the way you were presenting your questions that he got scared and he was struggling to defend
Right, it's
himself.
the way I was presenting my question. Mute yourself quickly.
Yes.
Sorry,
Thank
Indigo, finish up, please.
Yeah, so there's an indisputable fact, right? That man and woman cannot exist without each other. Life cannot exist without man and woman working together in harmony. It can't. Just in the simple act of sexual intercourse, the woman has to accept the penis inside them, and the man has to release in a good way so that it can go find the egg and there can be fertilization in the woman. So just in that simple fact, we need harmony. Just in that, life coach, please mute. Just in that simple act, we need harmony. And without the man, there's no sperm. And without the woman, there's no egg. So the two cannot exist with each other. The reason we are here is because we are noticing, after all these years of following this belief that man is the head of family, we have gotten into war, our land is being sold, our food security is being risked. We have noticed problems in our community, and we're coming down together as a community and saying, this idea of man being the head of the family is bringing us problems. We need to think about something different. And then we point out, why does this bring us problems? Because of this. How can you dishonor your mother if she's the one who's giving you life? That's the reason, so that we can take the lessons we learn from now, including our mistakes, and build a better future. We're not here to argue so that we can say the man is more superior, the woman is more superior. That's not what we are saying. The woman is not more superior than the man. We're saying she has an importance in society, and so does the man. And if we're not working in harmony, our community is going to suffer for it.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Thanks, Indigo.
Yeah, I
Okay,
think also
Mbewe,
just to
please.
thank you so much. I think just to wrap up, thank you so much for the session. It was enlightening, and we got to meet each other. I think I also really support. For some reason, I like what Kumbu is saying, that we don't have to even be talking about the roles as to the importance or whatever. All we are saying, and I think the point for me was that at the present moment we have identified the seriousness that there's still patriarchy that exists, and it should not be there. And that's what we
Yes.
should be speaking about. Because everything else we are saying, we all agree, we know it's never going to happen. There is no way we also can do it. Whether we can argue how strong we are as women and how we can make things happen, we also don't want to live by ourselves without men, because we won't be able to win what we want to win as a nation of Black and Africans. So all I'm saying is that I've learned a lot. Nothing against anybody. This was beautiful, and continue giving us these uncomfortable conversations. We need to press them.
Absolutely, my sister. That's what we're here.
I think what we need to do also, we need to help a lot of ego browns, because we want to win them. Yeah, because they are shortening the number of people that we need on the side. Is really lost in needs attention. We love you, brother, but today you were really not good for the conversation. Thank you so much to everyone in the panel. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, everybody. I'll let you know. I'm not sure about tomorrow, but I'll let you guys know. Yeah, I'll let you know. But I'm not sure about tomorrow, just to put it out there. So, but well, if it's gonna happen, I'll let you guys know. I'll notify everybody.
Yeah, I've followed everybody here, so yeah.
Okay,
Let's
no
follow each
problem.
other so we can continue supporting this platform until it grows to what we want it to
Thank
be.
you, guys.
Beautiful.
Once again, I'm going to say you can go to the Imagine That Kebble on YouTube page. We have so much content on there that talks about all these things. Go to Kumbu Kenny. We're basically both on YouTube. We have podcasts. We have topics about spirituality, history, economics, farming, you name it. It's all there. So it's about the awakening. The knowledge is there. Please share it. Thank you very much, guys.